The third annual Conference of Masculine Excellence has just been confirmed. And for the second consecutive year, it will be held at a world-class venue in beautiful Miami, Florida. The posh surroundings and all of the amenities you can imagine will make this event an experience of a lifetime. The CME is focused on helping men to become the best version of themselves, improve in all areas of life, as well as maintaining solid, healthy relationships with their wives and girlfriends. Anything and everything that pertains to dominating life as a man here in the 21st century will be discussed extensively. As usual, your instructors will be an all-star cast of presenters. They will cover topics like financial literacy, health and fitness, mental strength, and much, much more. Included in your ticket is live access to all speeches and presentations, a seat at the live filming of the Six, and the opportunity to converse with the speakers themselves. How awesome would it be to shake hands with some of the most influential men in this community? Breakfast on both mornings is also included, as well as a 5-course meal at the Feast of Champions. As always, the feast will be held on Saturday night and will feature some of the best cuisine in the 305. VIP tickets are also available. Those tickets include priority front row seating for all presentations, entrance to the Cigar Bar VIP meet and greet, which includes an open bar, an exclusive VIP bag, and so much more. VIP tickets are limited, so get yours before they're sold out like they have been the last 2 conferences. Got a friend who wants to come with you? Got a girlfriend or wife who wants to attend? Are you a father who wants to bring your son? Are you a son who wants to bring your father? Take advantage of the +1 discount that gives you a whopping 55% off for your +1. Not applicable for VIP tickets, and your +1 must be 21 or older. Plus, as an added bonus, attendees who purchase their tickets before March 21st will get Donovan's revolutionary signature course, Womanese. That's right, guys. Every attendee who purchases their ticket within the next 2 weeks gets all 5 complete volumes of Womanese absolutely free. This course contains over 600 female translations. In addition to all of those translations, Womanese contains countless hours of instruction and explanation to make sure this invaluable knowledge will stick. This treasure trove of information and wisdom is a $700 value, but you will get it absolutely free if you purchase your ticket before March 21st. The third annual Conference of Masculine Excellence is now the undisputed official live event of the Manosphere. As always, the CME will be free of the backstabbing, infighting, and toxic leadership that has plagued other events. Donovan takes this event and the safety of his instructors and attendees very seriously. He simply will not embarrass himself or his community by engaging in the kind of behaviors that have made that other convention all but irrelevant. So if you've ever been on the fence about attending a men's conference, now is the time. If you allow yourself to be in the presence of true greatness and masculinity, you will come out the other side a better man with knowledge you will carry with you for the rest of your life. You owe it to yourself to take advantage of this incredible opportunity to increase your value and change your life forever. So join us in Miami, Florida, to join a tight-knit community of like-minded men who are focused on self-improvement and having great relationships with their women. Space is limited, so go to masculineexcellence.com to get your tickets now. attracting women and increasing your dating success starts with Donovan Sharpe's massive collection of award-winning books and courses. Get off to a fast start and jumpstart your masculine renaissance with the 49 Laws of Sharpe. The 49 Laws of Sharpe is the perfect quick start guide for any man new to this community looking for the answers that keep them up at night after a bad experience with a woman. So many men ask themselves, why did she cheat? How could I not see this coming? Why did I miss the signs? And how can I avoid this in the future? The 49 Laws of Sharpe will answer these questions and many more. This will give you a rock-solid foundation upon which to build, develop, and cultivate your newfound identity, and put you miles ahead of your competition. Most men have never had access to this valuable information, let alone understand and apply it. But the 49 Laws of Sharpe will give you an unfair advantage over men and women. This treasure trove of valuable knowledge is available in audio, video, ebook, and paperback. Next, supplement your newly acquired foundational knowledge, supercharge your dating life with Donovan's 25-hour course, How to Master the Game. How to Master the Game will teach you the ins and outs of the player life, overcoming approach anxiety, identifying women who you want to approach, text game, first date principles and logistics, avoiding the friend zone, and so much more will be covered extensively. Also included are the bonus podcasts that will cover how to dress, Tinder game, and much more. Put simply, How to Master the Game will turn you into a stone-cold assassin with the ladies. Available in video and audio format. If you're not the kind of guy who wants to live the bachelor life, or you've had your fill of the player life and are looking for something a little more fulfilling, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up is a must. Donovan's 5-part, 7-hour audio course will show you step-by-step how to find, cultivate, and sustain a solid, healthy relationship. Everything from selecting the right woman, to coaching and correction, to what to do between the sheets. How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up will guide you through the entire process of building the kind of woman you want and need. The strategies and techniques in this course are exactly what Donovan does in his own relationship to this day. And he is living proof that women can be beneficial to men provided they have the right instruction. And finally, the ultimate weapon all men are looking for in terms of being able to read and understand women, Donovan Sharpe's revolutionary, one-of-a-kind course that has been called the Cheat Code. Womanese. Womanese is the first and only course of its kind that gives men the raw and honest truth about what women really mean when they communicate verbally. Womanese translates female communication with shocking accuracy and has changed the dating lives and relationships of men the world over. So many men have avoided disaster because of the preciseness and sheer volume of material in this course, which contains over 600 translations. How cool would it be to be able to see through a woman's BS and act accordingly right then and there, rather than getting blindsided when it's too late? What would it be like to have the ability to read a woman like a book based only on what she says? These abilities will be at your disposal with Womanese. Women won't be able to lie to you, cheat on you, deceive you, or take advantage of you. The time and money you'll save pays for the course almost immediately. Womanese is available in video, audio, ebook, and paperback format and can be purchased one volume at a time or all at once. Men in his community often state that the best investment a man can make is in himself. Donovan's extensive educational materials will take your life to the next level. And the only place you can get this life-changing knowledge is tsracademy.com. Link in description.
Test.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost the traction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 953rd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny. I need to get that soundbite. Misogyny and small dick energy. It is Monday, May 8th of 2023. It is very, very good to have you guys in today. I'm trying something a little bit new. I know I've got the decibels all the way up to keep myself from speaking too loudly or too harshly. Oh, I'm already being told that my volume is... Let's go to 20 decibels. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, that wow. This is actually something. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think 20 decibels is about right. Yeah. All right, Jay Blaze is telling me that it's better. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I want to be able to speak. I want to be able to speak with the same, passion and conviction without yelling and getting a headache. So that is going to be. That's one of the changes I've made. I'm not going to spend too much time shooting the proverbial shit with you guys. Just a quick update. Reason why I haven't been live streaming that often is actually for a few reasons. Obviously, Devin and I have been traveling all over the place, getting the hashtag HTR podcast off the ground. Also, I have been fighting an illness, I don't know, for a good 2.5, almost 3 weeks. And I did not know what it was. Loss of appetite. I was dehydrated all the time, coming out of both ends. But the culmination, sorry about the headphone users, but the culmination of the sickness was a couple nights ago. Devin and I we spent the night in Philly, and I absolutely sweated my ass off. Like, I sweated my ass off. I sweated so much, I had to get up and take 2 showers overnight. After the second shower, I put on sweatpants, went to bed, woke up from waist to ankle. My sweatpants were drenched. And so appetite started to come back a little bit. So then I came home and took a COVID test. And for the third time, I tested positive for COVID. Yep, there it is. Ice Dragon Kid said it sounds like 91 Devok, and that's exactly what it is. Yep, it's the beer bug. Yep. So, I mean, it was pretty crazy too. It's pretty crazy too because I'd be cold and hot at the same time, then hot and cold at the same time. I'd be shivering but sweaty. Anyway, I'm all good. But shout out to the Savo brothers. They pulled up in Philadelphia. It was sort of an impromptu visit, and we hung out for a little while, and so that was that. Yeah, weight loss journey update. Yeah, I lost 9 pounds last week. Didn't step foot in the gym. So then there's that. At any rate, Cigar Man says at least it was not the Bud Light beer bug. No, it most certainly was not. So again, shout out to the Savo brothers. Shout out to all of the guests for the hashtag How to Relationship podcast. We've got a few of those. They're going to be dropping here over the next few weeks. Devin and I are currently looking for another Studio B. We're going to do another Studio B. Only this time, we're going to do the hashtag How to Relationship podcast at Studio B. So tomorrow we're going to take a look at some properties and see what we can come up with. So thank you guys all for being patient. Thank you very, very much for your continued support. And like I said, I greatly appreciate you guys being here. I really, really do. Without you guys, we don't live this life, man. We don't live this life. I say all the time, man, I never ever take you guys for granted. I learn as much from you guys as you do from me. So it's the least I can do, for an audience that's changed my life. At any rate, let's go ahead and get right to it. And so, to business. So yesterday, Pearl, friend of the show, a good friend of me and Devin's, Pearl Davis of YouTube fame, dropped a video last night addressing all of the controversy that she's been down. And now I haven't watched the video. I have not watched the video. I'm watching this for the very first time, just like you are. And so I'm going to react to this. I'm going to react to this organically. You guys remember I reacted to the her apology video, which I advised her not to do. But hey, it is what it is. Pearl's a grown woman. She can take my advice or not. But here is the response. And oh, by the way, guys. I'm going to be reissuing. I'm going to be reissuing my challenge to one loser, Jason Black. Now, before I get started, I'm actually going to call out two guys. I actually want to call out two people, two losers. Not only am I going to challenge Jason, I'm going to challenge Confidence Creator. This little maggot does nothing but talk shit about me. He talks shit about me, and he talks in a voice just like this because he thinks he sounds clever and smart. Bruh, you sound like a fucking loser. So here's my challenge to Confidence Creator. Confidence Creator, you and I need to have a discussion. Call it whatever you want, a debate or whatever. I think you're a fucking loser, and I think you're a fucking loser. I think you're a coward. And you can think that I'm a loser and a coward. Guess what? Let's sit down and talk about it. Because if you decide to decline and you just keep doing videos about me, guess what, fam? I'm going to community strike every single response video you have ever done about me. You are goddamned right. I will abso-fucking-lutely community strike your punk ass. Straight up. I will community. Oh, that's not right, Donovan. Don't give a fuck. The community guidelines are there for a reason. Copyright guidelines are there for a reason. That's how it goes. So Confidence Creator, hey, listen, man, we can sit down and we can have a discourse. But if you keep talking shit, if you just keep talking shit and doing response videos, if you just keep talking shit, I'm gonna fucking community. I'm gonna copyright strike you, brah. I'm gonna copyright strike you. So either take me up on my challenge or shut the fuck up. That's my challenge. That's my challenge to Confidence Creator. You're a fucking loser. And listen here, check this out. I'll come into this with an open mind. Maybe I'm misunderstood. Maybe I misunderstood you. Maybe I'm wrong. And I'm being serious. I'm not being facetious. I'm not saying that as no, look, man, my mind can be changed. It takes a lot for my mind to be changed. But hey, look, man, with new information, I reserve the right to change my opinion. And right now, Confidence Creator, you're a fucking loser. And a pathetic one at that. So if after our conversation, and listen, you don't need my approval, right? I'm a nobody, for the most part. But fam, talking shit about dudes who live a better life than you for no other reason that I am about to marry a white girl is stupid. You're a loser, bruh. You're a loser. And only losers talk shit about other people. Hate comes from beneath. Well, guess what? The reckoning is going to come from above. CC. So you either take me up on my challenge. Listen, nigga, I'm not hard to find. I am not hard to find. Keep my name out your goddamn mouth or shut the fuck up. Or we can sit down and have a conversation about it. Man to fucking man. But if you don't, I'm copyright striking every video you have ever done with my videos on there. That's that. One more issue I'm going to address is this loser Jason Black. Jason Black, again, Jason, bruh. Hold on, I gotta be Jason. Jason Black, my friend, you are beyond a joke. You are beyond a joke. You speak with such confidence and conviction behind an avatar. I challenged him to, I offered to fly him out here and have a one-on-one, face-to-face discussion. And what did he say? He said, well, I charge $5,000 for people to see me. Okay. Okay, Jason Black. All right, fam. $5,000? 5 large? Done deal. Done deal. I'm dead fucking... Fam. Jason, here is the deal. Here is the challenge. I will pay you $5,000. I will fly you out first class, round trip, from wherever your fat ass lives. I don't give a fuck if you live in Hawaii. I will fly you round trip first class. I will put you up at the Ritz-Carlton. Devin, shut the fuck up. Devin, shut the fuck up. I'll feed as many trolls as I goddamn well please. Fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck. Dude, listen, man. Look, here's what it comes down to. Kevin Ray Wilder, he's the same as Confidence Creator. He tried to he tried to build a brand out of just trashing people. Where's he at now? He's a fucking loser. He's a fucking loser. Don't give him clout. Unfortunately, Kevin Ray Wilder, and I'll mention his name 1,000 times. Guys, go subscribe to his channel, please. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Oh, you put money? No, I'm not putting money in his pocket. Kevin Ray Wilder sucks. He's a shit content creator. He's pink pill, white pill, blue. No, he's a fucking loser. And he sucks at content creation. That's why he was unable to capitalize on his debate with me. He actually held his own quite well in the debate, but then he turned right back around and started talking shit. Sorry. So, yeah, Jason, you're broke, my friend. You don't have money. You're not a man of means. You're not. That's why, and it's funny because he said, well, I charge people $5,000 to see me. Dude, Andrew Tate doesn't charge people $5,000 to see him, and that man is worth over $350 million. Nigga, fuck you. Who the fuck do you think you are, man? Like, Jason, ain't nobody fooled by you, bruh. You are not the authority. You are not the business. You are a fat loser hiding behind an avatar. However, in case I'm wrong, once again, I will pay you $5,000. Dude, I will give it to you in cash. I'll give it to you in cash. I got it right here in my safe, fam. I got it right here in my safe. And real shit, I will hand you $5,000 fucking dollars. I will hand you $5,000, fly you out round trip first class, and we can sit down and have a discussion. Go over to Jason Black's channel and tell him that. Tell him that. I'd love to hear his excuse on this. And guys, listen, I'm being dead serious. I'm not just talking shit. Okay? I'm not just talking shit. Nigga, I will put you up at the Ritz-Carlton. I got a guy out there. I got points, rewards. Dude, I'll put you up at the Ritz-Carlton for 3 days, man. Give you the 5-star treatment just so I can fillet your fat ass. Because I know you won't do it. In case I'm wrong, I'm going to leave it out there. $5,000. I will fly you out round trip on my dime. I will put you up at the Ritz-Carlton in Philadelphia. I will Uber Black you to and from the studio. I will Uber Black you to and from the airport. And we can have it out. Because you're a cowardly ass nigga. That's who you are. There are no more excuses, Jason. I know you need the money. And I know you're a fucking fat ass. That's why you don't show your face. Word to the wise guys before I get started here. Guys, never trust anyone who hides behind an avatar. Okay? Listen, man, it's ridiculous. They speak with all this bravado, right? But if you were ever to meet him in person, you can see that they're as soft as baby shit. Probably smells like it too. Jason Black, he's as soft as baby shit. And the reason I know he's as soft as baby shit is because when Obsidian had Pearl on for all the world to see, he could have showed up and gave her a piece of his mind. He didn't do it because he's a fucking coward. So if he wouldn't even join a live stream with Pearl, what the fuck makes you think he's going to jump his fat ass on a fucking plane and come out here and see me? And by the way, Jason, if I need to buy you 2 tickets because you're a fucking fat ass, I don't mind that neither. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I will buy every first class ticket. I will buy every first class ticket on American Airlines. I got all the points, bro. I got all the points. I got the cash. I'm good, bro. I'm Gucci. I'm solid. That's not going to set me back, not one bit. I will absolutely positively take a financial loss to fuck you up. Not physically. This is going to be a war of words. I think you're a fucking loser. I think you're a fucking fraud. I think you're stupid. I think you're fucking pathetic. And I will tell you to your fucking face. And if you have a problem with it, I don't know. Listen, man, people have paid a lot more to get their ass whooped, right? All of Tyson's opponents? I don't know. We'll see. I'm not making physical threats here. I'm just saying. If you want to talk like you're this masculine man, then guess what? Have a masculine, manly conversation in front of another man. Don't do it behind a camera. Nigga, you ran away from a fucking white girl, bruh. You're a fucking coward. You're a loser. You've been exposed. Fuck you. $5,000, Ritz-Carlton, round trip, etc., etc. There you go. Mike Hawk says, watch JDO make a gossip video about this tomorrow morning. Whoever JDO is, I'm counting on it. I hope he does. Dude, listen, Oshay, tell Jason Black. Tell him, $5,000, a fly him out round trip, bruh. Tell him. I know you're probably friends with him. You'll probably fall out with him in about 2 months. Right? But tell him, Oshay. And anybody else who's cool, any of you ignorant ass niggas who worship this ignorant ass nigga, go over there and let him know. If Jason Black is really the business, if he really is the Black Authority, then his ass would get his ass on a plane and come and see me. He would, because I'll tell you what, if somebody said, Donovan, you're a fucking loser, I'm going to pay you $5,000 to get on a plane, I would do it. And the reason I would do it is because I would not be afraid. Like, Jason, listen, man, I'll make sure you are well taken care of, my friend. Dude, I will get you priority first class, business class seating. I'm talking open bar, free liquor. Oh, yes. You know what? And guys, listen, I'm not being facetious. I'm not joking here. I want to make this as enticing as possible to Jason. I will even get you a lay flat first class seat. You know what a lay flat first class seat is? You basically have a room on a plane. It's very nice. Very nice. I will get you a lay flat first class round trip ticket to fly you to from wherever you are. Wherever you are. Come and see me. I cannot wait to hear the excuse this man gives as to why he can't or won't do this. Because I know he's not going to. So, it'll now, it's going to have to be in at least 14 days because I've got a quarantine for 2 weeks. Anyway, so there it is. There's my fire starter. Hashtag Jason Whitlock. All right, guys. Got a super chat here. Long Ho, $2. Says, ready to see you school women on Fresh and Fit again. Yeah, it's going to have to be at least 2 weeks from now. I was slated to debate Destiny. I was going to do it Friday. Then Destiny couldn't do it on Friday, but he wanted to do it Wednesday. I was good with Wednesday, but then I found out that I had COVID, so we're just going to have to push it back again. So, at any rate. Dr. B84 says, I've never even flown first class. You know, honestly, man, flying first class is not really worth it. It's really, really not. But once you fly first class, you can't ever not fly first class. It's just, I don't know. Listen, you all get there at the same time on the same plane. The experience is a little different. I've been blessed. You guys have blessed me with the means to be able to enjoy my life, and for that I am forever grateful. And I will use my means. To imbue a positive human experience for one Mr. Black. Let's go ahead and get this party started. Let's watch Pearl cook these niggas into oblivion. Here we go.
I decided to
I have no idea why I can't hear this. Oh, there it is.
apologize and see, would the people be happy?
I don't want to talk to this bitch, so I put her in the primary. She going to general.
By the way, this sets the tone for just Pearly things. She spends this entire time acting like a dumb ditzy blonde.
Do I think she's a grifter? Absolutely. Yeah, I do. I don't think she believes half the stuff that she says that comes out of her mouth. Her friends, her family,
wow, this is really...
It's about her being culturally white and
I don't know, you just see what
Holy
she's
shit.
done over the last 2 years, and it's been fascinating to see the kind of title
because that whiteness is raised in the loud narrative. Do we remember on the loud?
Holy fucking shit. Wow.
It's time for us to do some clearing of understanding. She starts with
We talking about her blonde hair.
And this is why, guys.
Do you hear all these niggas just chirping, man? You hear all these dumb niggas just chirping about shit they know nothing about. It's ridiculous.
Never apologize to the mob because
Nope.
they don't want your apology.
No, they do
don't
not.
care about you, and they just want to see if they can control you.
That's it.
What up, guys? Welcome to the Just Pearly Things YouTube channel, and welcome to Selective Outrage. So today,
I like that.
I'm going to be talking about how the internet gets selectively outraged. So, if you guys are familiar with the Fresh and Fit and ABBA and Preach videos, Myron, maybe like a year ago now, he had a video go viral.
Dre Raven says, I see Queen Tits is covering that tattoo up now. Yes, she is. And it's because of your boy. Don't let him fool you.
And I mean stupid viral of him in
Dre Raven says blonde hair. Can't the old lady tell red from blonde? I do fucking Jason,
insulting
dude.
Preach's wife. ABBA and Preach are another YouTube
yes.
channel, and they do reaction
Yes.
videos.
This Preach is married prior to a fucking beluga somewhere, and you're talking shit.
At first glance, you might think that
Yo, like I said, I've said this before. I told Myron in private, I said, look, man, even though what you did was wrong, I support you.
that Myron is crazy. I mean, why is this man insulting Preach's wife? And when they do the reaction videos, they really don't tell the full story.
No, they do not.
And that's what I wanted to talk about today, is a lot of times what you see with these reaction channels is they take a clip of a full conversation. And a lot of reaction channels are looking for clips to take you out of context and not give the full story, and they are lying to you.
That's right.
Now, let's talk about Fresh and Fit. So, ABBA and Preach went on Fresh and Fit's podcast, and I think as a podcast host, when you have other YouTubers and you try to treat them cordially, you bring them into your studio,
Right.
you introduce them to your staff, you usually, a lot of times you might be hanging out before, hanging out after, and you feel like you're at least friendly, like friends with these people. And what happened was, a couple weeks later, ABBA and Preach did a hit piece on Myron, and the way they did it was kind of sneaky. Like, they said that, you know, we were just attacking ideas, paying for box.
And then went on dates, then found out she's on the Sugar Baby site. Then when it comes out that she's on Seeking Arrangements, then he actually looks at live stream where he's like, no, we met on Seeking. Like, everything is smoke and mirrors, right? Which is fine. At the end of the day, if you want to sell an image and you got to lie to do it, do it.
Like which ones that they should use or whatever. So like these are the ones you guys got to be using. All right, you got to be using Tinder, you got to be using Bumble, you got to be using Hinge, you got to be using if you live in a Latin based city, like we live in Miami, so Chispa is good here, you know what I'm saying, which is a Spanish joint, you know, which it's more like for Latinos. I don't like Plenty of Fish, but I've heard some people use it with some success. And then you got OkCupid as well. But the point is that you just need to have multiple fishing rods in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, this is definitely a numbers game.
I got a homeboy.
Go ahead.
Cleans up on Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, you know.
He's listening to this right now, and those be some of the lowest of the low, but he does it, man. I don't know.
Should I turn up the volume on the video, guys? I'm seeing that you guys are having a little harder time. I'll turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, you know, you could definitely clean up on these apps, and then you got Seeking Arrangement, which is like a sugar daddy site, but like that's a whole other. We'll probably have to do a video.
See, and again, I want to point out what ABBA said about Myron and Fresh. He said it's all smoke and mirrors. Guys, this is why I told you guys that men like ABBA and Preach and Destiny are dangerous to men. They are dangerous to men. Here's the problem, and I said this before. The fact that women actually throw themselves at the top men, the fact that there are men in the world who have solved women, who have solved females, who understand how to deal with modern women in such a way where they don't take their pound of flesh, is so foreign to them that if a man does have success with women, it's got to be smoke and mirrors, as ABBA just called it, right? ABBA and Preach and guys like Destiny, and I'm sure that there are other people, seduction, attraction, game is so foreign to them. They can't possibly imagine a woman actually wanting to have sex with them on purpose without some sort of smoke and mirrors or some sort of trafficking, right? Andrew Tate doesn't have to traffic girls to get girls. They throw themselves at them. Myron and Fresh don't have to, they don't have to use the lover boy method. Girls throw themselves at them. That's just how this goes. Myron and Fresh both have game. Different kinds of game. And yes, their status and clout definitely helps them. But guess what? They work their ass off to get to where they are. So yeah, their game is their clout. Cool. It's more than what you got, more than what I got. Never ever let any man convince you that another man who has success with women is committing crimes to have success with women. It is quite literally not true. These men cannot fathom, once again, that if multiple women, if women want to have sex, all these women want to have sex with just a few men on purpose, there's got to be something nefarious going on. Got to be something. It's got to be something sneaky, suspicious, lover boy method. Maybe they're trafficking. Just keep that in mind, guys.
On that,
the slimy thing was they were like passive aggressively insulting the man, and men just don't respond well to that. Like you bring someone into your studio, you treat them well,
yes,
then they leave and do a whole hit piece on you saying that you're capping, so you don't get girls like that. Like, I think anyone normal can see how that's disrespectful.
Check this out. When she mentioned Abba and Priest, let me, I'm going to pull up, or actually just did pull up the video. I'm going to pull up the video that I responded to when Preach went on Saucecast. And I want you guys to hear this. I want you guys to hear this about the reason why they did the hit piece on Myron and Fresh. He said they went personal first. They went personal first. Take a look and listen. Oops, my mistake, guys.
Is there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
It's the risk.
There's a market for that.
It's the risk that I don't agree with.
What exactly don't you agree with? He says it's the rest that you don't agree with. What don't you agree with? Preach.
That's fine.
A savvy official says the red pill saves many more lives than anything. Yeah, that's exactly right.
But it's not really their fault if the rest doesn't meet up to their part.
I'm talking about what they do, not the rest of the people. I'm talking about them. Them two people.
Oh, here comes the hate.
They do.
See? And what exactly is it that they do that you don't agree with, Pre?
I'm almost wearing the exact same thing.
Again, more generalities, more vagaries. Let's be specific.
Right? And when we started to have a beef.
Uh-oh, here we go.
It's what they did.
And what did they do?
That's it.
And we'll get to that.
All right, well, let's address this real quick.
Yeah. Here we go.
Fresh and Fit.
Here we go.
Very well. Myron, Walt, okay? We've done content together just like this.
Yeah.
Have you ever done content?
Yeah, Natalie is fucking useless.
With them? You ever been on their show?
I was on their show, but I was remote, and Abba was there.
Okay.
See that? I was on their show, but I was remote, and Abba was there. Do you guys see how he tried to disclaim what Pearl just said? When you invite someone to your podcast, more specifically into your home, you host them, there's an unspoken agreement that the two of you have established some sort of trust in a relationship. That's not what happened here, right? So Preach is almost inadvertently trying to indirectly use the excuse, well, listen, man, look, I was legitimate in what I did because I wasn't there. I didn't drink their drinks. I didn't go to Miami. I was remote. I was remote. My fat wife wouldn't let me come and go to Miami because she's afraid that I was gonna get some pussy. But I told her I don't get pussy. I pay for pussy. I pay for the box, just like Abba.
So you guys have done content together.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was probably January.
It was a year and a half ago, Preach.
Of last year.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're talking January of 20.
Oh yeah, he's right. It's almost 2 years ago. January of 2021. That's correct.
January, February of 2021.
Yep.
Okay, so this is, 18, 19, 20 months ago, whatever. This isn't ancient.
John Anderson, $5 Super Chat says, if he was really in the space, he would know the reason why high value is harped on, because that's what all women want. Even average women, exactly. Average women don't want average men. That's the problem.
In history.
All right, guys, I have turned on the likes clock. I have 519 of you in here, only 209 likes. I need 60, count them, 60% engagement. So we need to get to 300 likes. We need to get to 300 likes in the next 9 minutes and 38 seconds. Let's do it.
Right.
Or I will turn off the chat until I get 300 likes.
The time Was it cordial? Was it positive?
Here
was
we
it
go.
Negative? Do you guys
Again, I didn't know them.
See, do you hear what do you? And this is me talking. Adam is talking about what Pearl is talking about. Was it cordial? Was it cool? Preach was like, I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't in Miami. So again, and see, this is a man-to-man conversation. Preach knows what Adam is getting at. Why would you do a hit piece on them if they had you in their home? Well, Preach is like, well, I wasn't in their home. I wasn't cordial. Preach is not going to answer the question because he knows what Adam is getting at.
Yeah, but did, and it was interesting. So it's like, yeah, let's go on their podcast.
Let's go on their podcast, whatever.
Have interesting take. Exactly the reason why. Debate.
And yeah, Preach, I still want to. I still want to box you, bruh. You can act like you don't want to, but I would fucking fuck you up, bruh.
This is good. And we go on there. I'm remote, and I got other things going on. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna clock in, and after that, I'm gonna clock back because I got other things, other work to do.
Yeah, like what? Preach.
And I thought the live there was some. They asked me a question. They asked me a question. I was in the midst of answering that question,
and you rage quit.
And
he's making this up, guys, and we're gonna show you the proof here in a second. Preach ended up just jumping off he jumped off the stream because he was feeling some type of way, right? He was feeling some type of way about the fact that Fresh and Myron were talking about the fact that men who pay for box, there's a price to pay. They're like, listen, man, we're not against men who pay for box. We're not. But just understand that there are some drawbacks that come from that. Your view of women really seems to be, listen, men who buy box, men who pay for sex, those are the real misogynists. Those are the real misogynists. Men who pay for sex genuinely hate women because they see the ugly underside. They say, you mean I gotta pay this chick $100, $200, $300 for a little bit of fun, but she gives it up? She gives it up to the guy with game for free? Like, why do I have to pay and he does? That starts to get into their minds. This is why men who pay for sex eventually become very resentful of the women. DS says he pays for box. Yeah. Abba and Preach both pay for sex. They both pay for sex. How do I know? Because they are staunch defenders of buying sex. They are staunch defenders of buying sex. Now, just because someone says, hey, look, I don't see anything wrong with paying for sex, that doesn't mean they pay for sex, because me, personally, I don't see anything wrong with paying for sex. I've never paid for sex. I've never been an advocate for it, but I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. But Abba and Preach were so staunch and so vehement in defense of buying sex that the only conclusion that could be reasonably drawn is that they do indeed pay for sex. This is why they took it personally when Myron and Fresh, not really knowing that those two paid for sex, talked about the drawbacks of paying for sex.
When I came back to them, they had hoodies and they were hoods. They had hoods and they were screaming to promote something, and I was like,
Preach, that's a gimmick of theirs. Come on, dude.
Like, okay, so y'all,
that's their show. Preach, I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Didn't listen to what I was saying at all. All right, but that's fine. That's weird. I thought it was a bit corny, but that's your thing, and if it's working for you, that's working for you.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Abba was there. He stayed after that with the girls, and that's fine. So we cool. Other than that,
we cool.
Just had a cordial conversation.
Oh, there it is. A cordial conversation. So Abba just admitted that the conversation was indeed cordial.
And
then they come out with a video and we comment on it. We do what we do. We comment everything.
Reaction video.
So they go a video.
They come out with a video and we did a reaction to it. No, Preach. You didn't react to a video they did. You reacted to the video you did with them. Let me repeat that. You reacted to a video you did with them. So Preach is trying to paint a narrative. And I want you guys, and again,
pay attention here, guys.
I'm biased. I'm going to admit that I'm biased, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys. And you guys are biased too, but try to be fair-minded about this. So Preach is trying to spin this web. He's trying to say, okay, we just did a response to a video that they did. I want you to listen to that again. You might not think that's significant, but it is. Watch.
We just had a cordial conversation.
We just had a cordial conversation. That's what he is referring to.
Then they come out with
video
and we comment on it.
Then they come out with a video and then we comment on it. No. You guys had a cordial conversation. You guys responded to that conversation. It didn't go like you guys did the podcast, then they came out with a video after that, and then you responded to it, and I'll get to that. No. The video you responded to was the video you did with them. Let's continue.
We do what we do. We comment everything.
Reaction video.
Reaction video. So they go with video, and it goes with the video where they talk about, men shouldn't pay for box, men this and that. And we're like, well, there's a reason why men pay for that. There's a reason why that exists.
Huh. I'll bet you do. I bet you know.
Like, no. And they were saying some assessments about ladies of the night.
Mm-hmm.
They were making assessments of like, that's not really why they do it and how it works. So yes, you saying that is you not knowing.
You saying that is you not knowing. Oh boy.
How it works.
Oh, you saying that is you not knowing how it works.
Wow.
This is why we know Ab and Preach pay for box.
Right.
Because again, he's making himself the authority. You guys don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how it works. This is why we know they pay for box, guys. King Life just nailed it. Told you, let them talk long enough and eventually they will expose themselves. Let's keep listening.
But it's fine. But yeah, no. Check your check your takes, because that's not a good take.
Check your takes, that's not a good take. Okay, that's fine. You can disagree with people. You can respectfully disagree with people. That's fine.
Instead of
I misspelled otherwise.
Going after what we said
My bad.
about their takes, they went personal.
There we go. Instead of going after what we said about their takes, they went personal.
They insulted me.
Mm-hmm.
They insulted my wife.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
They insulted where I came from.
Uh-huh.
Fresh said that you was...
Okay, so let me stop it right there, because this is a very important section.
Pay attention, guys. This explains a lot.
What Preach is trying to... Preach would have us believe, and again, I want to make sure that I make this crystal clear. That way, anyone who's watching, who's seeing this or hearing about this for the first time, you understand what's happening. Preach wants everyone to think that they went on the Fresh and Fit podcast, then Fresh and Fit did a video after that, and that Ab and Preach responded to the second video, not the first video. What really happened, Ab and Preach went on to Fresh and Fit. Ab and Preach then did a response to the video they did with Myron and Fresh. Here's what happened. They didn't just do a response video. He says, we do response videos on everybody. We respond to everybody. Very, very true. But this was not just a response video, gentlemen. This was not just a response video. They did not respectfully disagree with Myron and Fresh. Now, before we watch that video that they did, the response that they did to Myron and Fresh, okay, I'm going to go on record. Dude, I had conversations with Myron right after it happened. Myron and Fresh will tell you to this day, and they said as much on that 6-hour live stream, clearing the record, they shouldn't have gone personal. Myron shouldn't have done the ooh. They should not have made fun of Preach's wife. They shouldn't have done all of that stuff. None of that stuff. Right? Dude, Myron has said on and off the air, hey, look, man, I fucked up. I made a mistake. It is what it is. We paid the price. We took our medicine. It is what it is. I told Myron, I was actually in the shower when it happened. And I was like, oh, shit. I thought it was funny, but I shot Myron a text. I was like, yo, shoot me a text between now and after hours, or call me between now and after. He called me up. He's like, what's up? I was like, yo, dude, what you did was funny as shit. I said, just be prepared for some blowback. And I remember Myron telling me, yeah, he said, we're probably going to catch some heat for that. And that they did. Fresh and Fit were wrong for going at Ab and Preach personally. However, for Preach to sit here and characterize their response to Myron and Fresh as just the typical response video, like they do with all videos, that is intellectually dishonest and a flat-out lie. This is intellectually dishonest. This was not just a response. No, they disrespectfully disagreed. And you know what? If you don't believe me, we're going to respond. We are going to do a breakdown of their breakdown of Fresh and Fit. And so now I have to take extreme precautions because Ab and Preach strike me as the type of people who, even though I have a copyright fair use disclaimer on the board, I have reason to believe that they would probably report me. Abba is well aware of who I am. I do know that. He'll never say my name out loud, but he knows who the fuck I am. So this is their response video. Now, the first thing I want to make clear, let's take a look at the thumbnail of this response video. This is the thumbnail.
All right, let me read some of your super chats here because they've been coming in. Hot and heavy, and I greatly appreciate you guys for your support. Roderick Thomas, member for 6 months. Welcome back to the TSR family. REI 12 figures with the $10 super chat. This is Donovan. This is Donovan. So if I troll you hard enough, would you fly me out first class also? LOL. Shout out to you, my brother. Keep the content going. Yeah, I guess I would. Oh, that's funny. That's actually very good. That's funny. Okay, perfect. By the way, guys. Virtual tickets for the CME are now available for purchase. If you can't make it down to Miami, you can watch the whole thing. You can watch the speeches, the panels, the discussions, the events, and everything in between right from your mobile device from anywhere in the world. You'll also have the ability to chat with other virtual attendees and participate in certain events. Now, for a limited time, we are giving you a 20% early bird discount. So get on over to masculineexcellence.com right now to get your 20% discount on your 2023 virtual CME ticket. Okay, let us continue. Oop, wrong screen. Let us continue with the breakdown.
Guys, oops. This is the thumbnail. Hang on, let me go back here.
And real quick, real quick about the for the record, guys. If I'm just going to be honest here, that other convention also has virtual tickets. Right? It's also got virtual tickets. This is an idea that he learned from me, by the way, which is not a problem, as I'm not going to sue him for stealing my proprietary and confidential strategies. He is doing the smart thing and attempting to duplicate a proven strategy to offset some of the costs involved with putting together an event. So I'll give him full marks for that. But Tony, $500? Really? $500? Your virtual ticket is almost half of my VIP ticket. $500, really, dude? To watch you and maybe 3 other people take turns complaining about issues, but not offering solutions? $500 to watch an empty auditorium with you on a stage, pretending this is still even an event? You know, it's funny. It's actually quite funny. I just thought about this. As much shit as he talks about me, he certainly copied a lot of my strategies for events. Maybe you should focus on that bastard child being carried by that whore of a groupie he stupidly impregnated. Imitation, as they say, is the sincerest form of flattery. So I guess I'm doing something right. But Tony, brother, it's over. It's over. Stop pretending to be the only one who doesn't know it or realize it yet. Tend to your bastard child and your whore of a baby mom and right off into the sunset. You have lost at life. Let's continue.
Oops. That's the thumbnail. I want her soul. Does that look like a respectful disagreement? They put a cap on Fresh. That's not respectfully disagreeing with someone, gentlemen. That is calling them a liar. This was not a response video. This was not a respectful response video, gentlemen. We're going to watch the end of this video. We're going to watch the end of this, just a few minutes of their appearance on Fresh and Fit, just so you guys can see how respectful they were to Abba and Preach while they were in the studio. Again, Myron and Fresh disagreed with Abba and Preach. That's okay. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. No problem at all. But their response to this video was very disingenuous and was borderline hit piece. Let's do it.
Women who work in the sex industry is like, as long as you got money, you can shit in my mouth and make me fuck a camel, right? Like, so there's different levels. But yeah, keep going with the super chat.
But you know the funny part? She wants kids and she wants to have a family.
Yeah, hilarious.
I want to get married. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, definitely. You know what that means.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah. Okay, EJJ, $50.
See, look, everybody's all smiles. They're all smiles.
Agree with not getting her best. The whole point is to see the companion again. So of course you're going to get her best because she wants you as a repeating customer.
Bro.
Okay. All right, EJJ.
Agree to disagree. I'm not gonna.
Agree to disagree. Ain't that something?
Disagree. Jabrizi Magic. I think Abba and Preach aren't factoring in it being legalized in the most country will shift the world. It would devalue it extremely, and this could sharpen those who want more structure. Okay. Or shapen those who want more structure.
The most powerful country in the world, I meant.
Okay. Shout out
Okay.
to Jabrizi Magic, by the way, guys. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Love it.
Don't worry about it. $50. Facts. Fresh dropping money because causes laziness. Work creates character.
I'm telling you, man.
I mean, yeah.
See? They're respectfully disagreeing. Is look, man, we don't see anything wrong with paying for it, but when you pay for box, it's got consequences. That's it.
And then I think we're caught up with everything. Guys, where can the people find you in Last Thoughts?
Here we go. Where can the people find you in Last Thoughts? Guys, there's nothing confrontational or disrespectful about this discourse. Myron was a gracious host. Fresh was respectable. They had honest disagreements.
Oh, okay, you guys want to wrap this up?
Oh no, remember we got a late night show with some
late night show. Okay, because I wanted to bring some stuff up. Can we just do like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, Abba and Preacher trying to hedge, right? They're trying to appeal to the masses, but at the same time,
that's exactly what you're doing.
Keep the red pill kind of content, right? And the basis for this was like we lost.
Yeah, Dre Raven says, boom, Peach bugged out right after the comment about Build's character. There you go.
Our partner program. We didn't lose our partner program.
Yes,
there
they
was
did.
some issues on the back end with the AdSense, so it was just disconnected for a little bit.
Fuck out of here, dude.
So I thought it was crazy because everyone's like, man,
That's
see,
cap.
he's trying to hedge and he still lost.
That's
And in my
cap.
head, I'm like, nah, we getting our money. I don't know what's going on,
Shut the
right?
fuck
No,
up.
that's cap.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
They did lose their partner program.
I love how I still have the same reactions to these videos. It's funny.
Guys, they lost it
I'm nothing if not consistent, right?
temporarily. Myself, Kevin Samuels, Myron Gaines, Minister Jap, Fresh Prince CEO, and Mr. Lucario all discussed it and defended these guys. We defended these guys. You are fence sitters. At least admit it. Just admit it.
So that was one thing, but okay. Specifically, you felt like we were kind of blue pilled, right?
I don't remember. What show was this one?
This was on.
If I were Myron, I'd have looked him right in the eye and be like, yeah, I actually still think you are. That doesn't mean I think you're a bad person, but I think you're blue-pilled. I'd have just told him straight up.
This was Rolo, Donovan. We were all together.
Donovan Sharpe's live.
They did a video about
See that? He knows who the fuck I am.
basically the RP, basically like saying, you know,
Because we've got so many streams, bro. I'm trying to like remember which one.
I remember it very, very well because that episode I was very careful of what I said because the kids watched it.
Yeah.
Of course.
I was like, wait, what
Of course.
this shit?
All right. So what did I say?
Fresh keeping it real.
I said
But
blue pill?
you felt like I was kind of blue pilled, so I just want to ask you about that. Why do you think I might be blue pilled?
Okay, so he's being confrontational. No problem at all. Why do you think I'm blue-pilled? Here we go.
Well, from what I remember, I'm trying to remember. I would say
I told you he knows about me. Like, Abba, and listen, if I'm Abba, I wouldn't mention me either. I'm a nobody. You know, I have like 1/7, 1/5 of their subscriber base. He would be doing me a favor by actually mentioning me. But yeah, Abba knows who the fuck I am.
I'm trying to think like which video.
Yeah, Frank Bula says, yeah, proof that Abba knows who Donovan Sharpe. Of course he knows who the fuck I am. He tries to act like he doesn't know, but he knows.
It was the one.
I'm trying to remember. Because, yo, legit, we've done so many live streams. I'm trying to remember which one this was and what I said.
Let me skip ahead here.
What they are describing was that episode of The Six, guys. It was an episode of The Six. That's what Abba's referring to.
Yep.
That's what Abba's referring to.
Okay, so it's kind of like, okay, these guys are taking our niche, talking about it, and we
yeah, they've certainly mentioned me quite a bit more.
don't know who they really are or what they're about. And then they say, you know what?
And by the way, they actually did do me a favor. And I showed you guys all the stats. I made $15,000 off of their hit piece. It was awesome.
I agree with some of it, but I disagree with like a lot of it.
There you go.
Yeah, because there was some stuff that you guys said, and I just want to kind of get more YouTube accountability.
Exactly what we said.
Big.
Devin, if you
can't be talking red pill or accountability now that you got 1 million subscribers, you felt like because we gotten so
That's exactly right. That's exactly what we said.
Big.
Devin, but I'll show you guys the one he's talking about.
That you feel like maybe we're not able to talk about accountability or red pill stuff as much.
Well, and that's exactly what happened, because as soon as Abin Preach did a video called Why the Red Pill is Necessary, and literally the next day, they lost their YouTube partner program. Coincidence? I don't think so. What was talking about was the fact that we said that Abin Preach were blue pill. I'm not red, that he was not a red pill guy. But the point is that we were like, yeah, listen, Abin Preach, they dipped their...
Oh, yeah. The reason why that skipped is because I couldn't watch Kevin talk. Like, I started to break down a little bit.
Dip their foot in about. Let's continue that. Man, that was fucking hard, dude.
And people are going to work harder to cancel you when you put out this kind of of what you say, etc. You gotta be careful, protect the business. You can't be out. You have to like that.
Okay.
Basically call them red pill.
So do you feel like when we were
just so, but most of you thirsty niggas out here, no, Danica Marie, she's an intelligent woman. No, she's not. She's as dumb as a used tire, and you know it.
Yeah,
I will admit, I was kind of like on the side of, you know what, maybe they're hedging us, but you guys are all...
See? Fresh said, hey, look, I'll admit, maybe they are hedging. Said it respectfully.
I was doing it. So at this point, I'm like, yo, these guys are real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
there it is.
It's just, I get it. Like...
The point is, guys, is that Abin Preach were intellectually dishonest. They tried to characterize their hit piece as just another response video. No. That response video insulted Myron and Fresh the entire time. And when you insult men, we're not going to take too kindly to that. When you talk... Dude, when you do a video like that... No, something's got to be done. Let's continue with Pearls. Oh, look at this. Yep, it says all videos. Abin Preached it on Fresh and Fit after the podcast. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are a lot more than that. There are a lot more than that. And by the way, Abin Preach have taken most of those videos down.
Problem that we get into. It's that nobody cares about what's true. Because, 10 million people saw Myron freaking out. But nobody saw his explanation in a stream that gets 150,000 views. And that's the problem with the culture today is you can paint an entire narrative about somebody and it not be true. It wasn't like Myron and
It has happened to me. It has happened to me many times. It's a part of the gig.
Insulted his wife out of thin air. Myron felt disrespected. And
Thank you. They disrespected Myron, so Myron disrespected them back. Listen, man, Myron's a better man than me. I'd have gone all the way with it. I'd have gone all the way in.
No, I don't agree with insulting someone's wife.
You know what? I used to not agree with insulting someone's wife, but my mind is starting to be changed. My mind is starting to be changed because apparently people's wives are not, or girlfriends are not off limits. Dude, people talk shit about Devin all the time. So guess what? I'm gonna talk about Preach's wife. Preach, your wife is fat. Anthony Johnson, Tony, Mr. President, your baby mama's a fucking whore, and your kid's a bastard.
I think that's quite rude. Personally, with the internet, for the most part, I've learned to just ignore stuff. But at a certain point, you want to defend yourself. And a lot of times, what these reaction channels do is they take clip. They paint a narrative, and they don't tell the full story. And a lot of times, these reaction channels haven't even done the research to make a full conclusion on the story. My point to the audience is that this is dishonest. They are lying to you, and they don't care about the truth. They care about clicks and views. So the last couple of days, oh my gosh, it has been so stressful. So I had a hit piece go out on me from, the quote-unquote the Black Manosphere. And the Black Manosphere is a very pro-black part of YouTube.
No, it's not. The Black Manosphere is not pro-black. There is no such thing as the Black Manosphere, guys. There is no such thing as the Black Manosphere, man. The Black Manosphere is niggatube. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's nigga-tube. It's niggas doing nigga shit. They're not changing any lives. They're not educating people. All the Black Manosphere does is rile up black people about race. That's all they do. That's all they do. They bitch and moan about how white people are racist and white people are devils and this and that and the third, but then most of the people they talk shit about are black people in their own community. Oshay's fallen out with, dude, everyone he has ever worked with. All of them niggas, or all of them black. All of them black. Oops, sorry about that.
But I can't acknowledge that. I would say, you know, some of the Black Manosphere is part of my audience. And what happened this week was they pulled a clips from an interview I had with Nick Fuentes. Now, a lot of these men have been making hit
Shout out to Nick Fuentes.
pieces on me for months. For months. They have been saying, oh, you shouldn't listen to this girl. This is your new leader. She's this. Yeah, they would just make up all this stuff. So they have just been waiting for me to slip up and say something that they could construe as, because I'm a woman, you can't pull me as sexist. So, you know, personally, I follow things that interest me. I always just do what I'm interested in. And I heard about this guy named Nick Fuentes, who is a far-right extremist. He has been banned on everything, even his bank account. I invited him on. He offered to fly himself here. Now, during this interview, we touched on the topic of slavery. And what these reactors did is they were trying to make me look this by pulling clips I said out of context. Now, I mentioned in this interview that all of these thoughts were from Thomas Sowell. I read Sowell, so he talks about... Oh, God, this is going to get me in trouble.
It's interesting. She said, this is going to get me in trouble. You want to know why she joked about this getting her in trouble? You want to know why? Pearl can't say it, but I can. Because Pearl knows that black people, the black community reacts emotionally to everything. They react emotionally to everything. It doesn't matter what it is. If a white person comments on slavery, positively, negatively, whatever the case may be, they're ready to go in. But Pearl wasn't even making a comment on her own. She is quoting someone else. And even still, she had the wherewithal to understand, okay, even though I am quoting someone else, this could possibly get me in trouble.
How slavery was a global institution, and the word slave actually came from Slavic, which is...
Hang on. I'm going to rewind that so we can hear the whole thing.
White?
Why is this not... Come on now.
Red. They were trying to make me look this by pulling clips I said out of context. Now, I mentioned in this interview that all of these thoughts were from Thomas Sowell. I read Sowell, so he talks about... Oh, God, this is going to get me in trouble.
See that?
How slavery was a global institution, and the word slave actually came from Slavic, which is white.
Wherever a separate people were enslaved, they were disdained or despised, whether they were different by country, religion, caste, race, or tribe. The Europeans who were enslaved in North Africa were despised and abused because they were Christians in a Muslim region of the world, where they were called Christian dogs. Race became the most visible difference between slaves and slave owners in the Western Hemisphere. As distinguished historian Daniel J. Borston put it, now for the first time in Western history, the status of slave coincided with a difference of race.
Wow.
To make racism the driving force behind slavery is to make a historically recent factor the cause of an institution which originated thousands of years earlier. This enshrinement of racism as an overarching causal factor accords far more with current instrumental agendas than with history.
A guy that's written like 80 books on this topic. And now you can agree with Thomas Sowell, you can disagree with Thomas Sowell, and you can even say maybe I didn't use the correct words, but that doesn't make me a racist person. But the problem is all of these reactors are just sitting there waiting for you to slip up and to paint a narrative about you. And that's what I've seen people do to Fresh and Fit for the past 3 years. My whole point is that these reaction channels are just sitting there looking for you to say the wrong thing. They're looking for you to slip up, and they're not going to things in good faith.
There it is.
And the other issue you get with content creators, especially reaction channels, is they turn on you at a dime. And that's what Abba and Preach did to Fresh and Fit.
There you go.
They're hanging out in the studio, and the next week they're saying, oh, you're capping, you're capping, you're capping. And, you know, Abba and Preach...
You know what was even more jacked up about that situation is that Ab and Preach were supposed to go back to Fresh and Fit to finish that conversation. They never did. Instead, they made the hit piece.
Preach proceeded to make like 20 videos on them, and Fresh and Fit didn't say anything. Now, guys, you know, anyone, I don't even think I've worked with Fresh and Fit in like 2 years. I'm not even saying this to defend them, but I just see what the reaction channels are doing. It's like a system. And they want to paint content creators a certain way. They want to make Sneeko look stupid. They want Fresh and Fit to look sexist and racist. And now they've come for me. They want me to look. And there was a guy named Rollo Tomasi, and Rollo Tomasi was a guy.
Well, you know, it's interesting. This is one thing that Pearl does that I don't. She says, there was this guy named Rollo Tomasi, and this audience is like, okay, dude, you don't have to, like, we know who Rollo is, but not everybody knows who Rollo is.
In the red pill space. And at one point, I really wanted him to mentor me. But he said, it's not personal, but I can't associate with your brand. And I didn't really understand what he meant at the time. But what these reaction channels will do is if you have a controversial person on your platform, they will start to insinuate that you believe what they believe, and they'll look for a video of you saying yes, you joking with that person, you just being polite to that person, and paint a narrative about you being racist, about you being sexist, about you being homophobic, whatever narrative they want to push. With Rollo, I didn't understand what he meant at the time, but now I do. The issue is if you associate with certain people, and me coming into the space, I'm like, I'll talk to anyone, what's the big deal? I mean, I bring in randoms to my studio every night. Like, who cares? But the issue you get into is the reaction channels, they're like vultures. Well, they'll come in and try to make you look a certain way and try to make you paint a certain way.
There you go, that's right.
Be painted a certain way for clicks and views, even if they know damn well you're not.
There we go. There we go. That's it. That's the thing about, this is the thing about people like Abba and Preach, is that you don't know where they stand. You don't know where they stand because they're always virtue signaling and they're always fence sitting. So when something happens, you don't know what they really think. This is why they have almost 2 million subscribers now, because people would rather listen to pretty lies than ugly truths. That's just, listen, man, that's just how it is. To me, that's just human nature. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with people, right? But Ab and Preach are fence sitters. Most people in public identify as fence sitters. They don't want to take a stance one way or the other to avoid the ire of, you know, the Matrix.
That way. Back to Nick Fuentes. I did a podcast with this man named Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes, again, far extremist. He doesn't believe in race mixing. Doesn't believe in that, like, thinks the was over-exaggerated. And we're talking about the idea of people using an atrocity.
She's talking about Auschwitz.
To control you. And if you listen to it, like 20 minutes around where we started talking about slavery, you will see the context. But the reaction channels either don't want to see the context or they're too lazy because they're afraid of their audience. Because if they watch the full video, but most of their audience has seen the 1 minute clip, they can't go against their audience. That's the problem.
This is one thing that I take tremendous pride in. This is one thing I take tremendous pride in. You guys know where I stand. I'm not a fence sitter, right? I consider myself to be, I try to be as fair-minded as I can. Yes, I do have personal biases, but I try to be as, I try to be as objective as possible. But there are some subjective opinions that I do have. This is just how it is. This is just how it is. But you guys never, ever, ever have to worry about me talking about something or endorsing something I do not believe in. I'm just not gonna do it. Right? Oshay, this is interesting. And y'all can tell that, you can tell that dumb nigga Oshay this too. This is funny. A lot of people don't realize this. But I wrote let me pull this up. I wrote a book. I wrote an ebook for Oshay entitled Black Man's Revenge. Black Man's Revenge. Let me put it up on the screen over here. Hold on a second. Because I think this will illuminate a lot of things about who and what Oshay Duke Jackson really is. He would have everyone believe that he is pro-black. He would. Oshay is pro-Oshay, which is fine. But don't tell us you're pro-black if you're not. There it is. Black Man's Revenge. The Black Man's Guide to Dating White Girls and Other Black Women by Donovan Sharpe. Negromanosphere.com. So let me get this straight, Oshay. I'm the sellout because I date a white girl. But then you not only told me that you don't want to work with white... He said it. He doesn't work with white people. He wants to work with black people. Doesn't trust white people. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. That's his prerogative. He can do what he wants to do. Hashtag Bobby Brown. But for him to commission the writing of a book that instructs the very black men he purports to care about to date women outside of the black community as an email catch, gentlemen, that is the very definition of a sellout. You are endorsing something you do not believe in for personal gain. That is a sellout. Oshay says, I'm pro-black. Really? Negromanosphere.com, Black Man's Revenge, the Black Man's Guide to Dating White Girls and Other Non-Black Women. Free ebook for an email. That's it. That's it. You can't put your name on something like that. And it was funny. In the hit piece he did on me, he's like, he wrote this Black Man's Revenge. I didn't even believe in that. Bruh, you just outed yourself as a sellout. You said, I don't even... Yeah, the Black Man's Revenge, I don't believe in that. Nigga, then why is it still up? Why is it still up? Why are you still getting emails from this ebook? Because you are a sellout. You do not care about the black community. Desmond Montgomery says, you wrote that? Absolutely I did. Absolutely I did. I think Oshay paid me like $300 to write it. It's like $300 or $350. I can't remember exactly. But I wrote this book for Negromanosphere.com. But I'm the sellout.
Now we get to a point where it doesn't even matter what's true or what's false. It literally doesn't matter because, you know, the reaction channels can make a 1 million view video about me, or make a 10 million view TikTok about me, even if they know that that's not true. And how often do the reaction channels come back and say, you know what, we effed
Yes, I am going to do this shirtless because it is really hot.
up. You know what, we painted a false narrative. You know what. And they never do.
No, they'll never do that.
What incentive do they have to do that? Because then their audience wouldn't trust them. One thing.
Look, man, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really do. I really do. And that's real. But I will never compromise what I believe to appease you. I'm not going to do it. I love you guys, but I am who I am. I'm not about to endorse something I don't believe in just to keep subscribers. I'm not doing that. Sorry. And listen, man, that doesn't make me any better or worse than everybody else. That's just not something I can do.
Thing they said that I said was that I was comparing black Americans to African Americans. Now, one, I didn't even know about this animosity towards the two, but I was simply just commenting how much I love my employees.
Right.
How hard they work, how great they are. And these reaction channels were trying to say that I was trying to put down someone else. You know, non-Western people come in with the hunger that a lot of times, you know, Westerners were spoiled.
Thank you.
And I never mentioned race, but these people are trying to make it about race and saying, oh, that's what she really meant. That's what.
Mike Steele says Donovan Sharpe, more like Donovan Thick. Hey, man. Hey. Hey. Give it to me. Wait a minute. You can't see it. Hold on. Do the Buff Bagwell thing. Oh, wait. I got to do the bodybuilder pose where they put the... Why do they put their... I don't know. Anyway, fuck it.
What she really said, but it wasn't what I said. And they're putting words into my mouth. And these people, they're bullies. I was joking around with Nick Fuentes, and they said, oh, you can't joke around with him. Sorry, that's my personality. I joke around with anyone.
Thank you.
You didn't offer him enough pushback. Well, sorry, I listen to understand what they're saying. It doesn't mean I agree.
Ooh.
And that's the thing with these reactions.
Oh, wow. She is frying these dudes.
Channels will do. They'll look for a clip of you, or one clip will go viral of you, and they're so scared of their audience that they won't tell you the truth.
No, they will not.
They won't tell you the context.
No, they will not.
They don't want to even know the context because they're going to go against their audience. But here, I'm going to tell you guys the truth no matter what. Do you think this is going to help me, this video? Telling you guys the behind the scenes of this? Hell no. But
nope.
To me, if these people are lying on me, I'm sorry, I got to tell the truth. So
thank you.
Blessing, my producer, who I speak so highly of, I speak so highly of. He was late, and I said African time. And you know what? They're gonna clip this. They're gonna say I did this, did that, and I'm a white apologist. Blah blah blah. And you know what? What they don't know is I was referring to something Blessing said earlier. That's something he says when he walks in the door.
Did she
and
now?
All of these reaction channels are.
They've got to be talking about the whole. He's late because he's black.
Gonna come in and say, oh, Pearl shouldn't do that in front of a white supremacist. That's so disrespectful. Well, if my employees were disrespected, that's their job to talk to me.
To be honest, I can go on to even say that Nick was in terms of the guests that we've had so far, quite a nice guy. He didn't carry any ego. He just has views that
he wasn't threatening.
We might not agree.
These are two black people talking about racist Nick Fuentes.
I think we put him on the spot.
None of them had a problem. I even had one of my producers take a picture with him. And this is the problem: is the reaction channels. None of them actually reached out to my employees to see how they're doing, to see if they're okay. Where if they were really outraged about, if they really cared, they would do that.
It's interesting. I've actually used that same logic when it comes to issues of domestic Duracell, right? Evisuba relationships spelled backwards. We all know that ESPN has gone full woke, all that good stuff. And for a while they really, and not so much now, but back in 15, 16, 17, like it was open season on professional athletes. All a woman had to do was accuse an athlete of putting hands on her, his life is over, right? But all the press really cared about was the accused. They never care about the victim. It's all about the accused. He needs to be, they got to suspend him, put him in jail, take his license, blah, 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 blah. If you cared so much about this issue, then why aren't we interviewing the victims? Right? Why aren't we reaching out to the victims? Oh, wait, Donovan, they did reach out to the victims. Remember the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight? Yeah. But the only reason why they reached out to the victims is because they wanted the victims. They wanted the victims to appeal to the Nevada State Athletic Commission to suspend Floyd Mayweather for his crimes. Floyd Mayweather served his time in jail. He paid his debt to society and went on to a decisive victory against Manny Pacquiao. Where were the interviews with the victims after that? Brandon Marshall, where was the interview for his victim? Right? We never ever hear about the victims. Why? Because the media doesn't really care about victims of domestic Duracell. No. They only care about taking people down. That's it. The black manosphere doesn't give a... Dude, they don't give a fuck about black people. They could not give less of a fuck about black people. Honestly, the only person that I know who actually gives a fuck about black people is Dynast Demir. He's putting events together in Africa like every other month. I still get the emails. That dude is as pro-black. That dude is as pro-black as they come, and that's real. That's abso-fucking-lutely real. Everybody else, frauds. Oh, we care about the black community and da-da-da. No, you don't. Because if you did, like Pearl said, you would have reached out. You would have reached out to their employees. If they were so oppressed and victims of slavery, why not have them on? Oh, I know, because you don't really give a fuck about that. DeRay Davis says it was the Miguel Cotto fight, Don. No, it was not. It was not Miguel Cotto. It was 1,000% the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. It was 1,000% the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. Leading up to the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, ESPN went full tilt on trying to get Mayweather suspended. And that's when they started interviewing his victims. They didn't interview his victims 5 years ago when they found out about it.
They also cut out a part where Nick made a joke and said he was kidding.
Oh,
I told you I'm on my way because I thought I was already 10 minutes late when I was leaving.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Blessing was more late African.
Well, he's black.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Nick Fuentes is a racist. I can't fucking believe.
I don't mean it.
I'm giving you a hard time. I don't mean it. Oh, they didn't hear that though, did they? Nick was just making a joke, dude, and Blessing was laughing right along with it.
He didn't put in the full clip. He said, "Oh, I'm just giving you a hard time.
There you go.
Kidding."
There
Why
you go.
would they cut that out?
Because They want to paint a narrative. They want to paint a narrative. Pardon me. Oh boy. Oh, yes, there it is. This water break is brought to you by Happy Hippo Herbals. Guys, I've used Happy Hippo Kratom since 2014. It gives me energy when I need it, helps me relax when I want to. You can get 15% off using promo code HTR. 15% off using promo code HTR. That is promo code HTR as in how to relationship. So the strain of the day, the Kratom strain of the day. This is Happy Hippo 2. Oh, this is a good one. Happy Hippo 2. It's a red Borneo strain. It's a moderate strain. So it gives you a teeny bit of energy, a teeny bit of relaxation with a little bit of a mood burst. I'm gonna take. I'll take 1.5 grams. I'm feeling pretty good today. Let's continue.
Why would they do that? The other thing they put in was that my friend and Nick Fuentes were going back and forth about interracial dating, and that I should have spoken more. I should have spoken up. If Gabby needed help, if Gabby was holding her own, she was holding her own. If she needed help, then I certainly would have helped. But I know.
Jesus Christ. Ken Rose with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Ken, I'd love to hear from you, man. You support me. You support me quite a bit. I'd like to hear from you, man. Sam R with the $5 super chat says, Mr. Sharpe, never let these people off the hook. Give them that work when they step out of line. Yeah, man, I'm not taking the high road anymore. If anybody talks shit about me, you know what? I'm not going to do it that way. If anyone disrespects me, right? If they just running off at the mouth, blah 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 blah, I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna fucking copyright strike you, bruh. First, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you to come on and discuss it with me. If I don't hear anything from you, or if you give me some snide comment like, "Hey, pay me $5,000," blah 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 blah, I'm gonna fucking copyright your ass. That's what I'm doing. Fuck it. I'm not turning the other cheek anymore. Fuck y'all. Shit.
No,
I'm almost at escape velocity. Fuck y'all.
Girl, and she was holding her own just fine. So now let's get into MTR.
Gabby was holding her own because of what? Yeah. We look, man. Look. Ain't nothing wrong with liking the brothers, but we here at TSR Towers, we like to make sure that everyone knows what they are. Let's go.
MTR's reaction. So MTR media. I want to give you guys a little background into my relationship with MTR. If you don't,
was it really?
No. 500,000 subscribers, mediocre tutorials and reviews. And I met him when I was in Miami, and I actually spent a good amount of time with him. He flew in for a one-on-one interview, and he actually spent a day with me and my sister. Like, honestly, I felt like I actually opened up to him.
Look at this.
I let him meet my family.
Look at this, man.
You know, I mean, that any YouTuber knows, we always want to protect our family from the...
DeRay Davis says it was the Miguel Cotto fight, Don. Look it up. I promise you. Then I guess it had to be the Cotto fight too, because I know they did it before, leading up to the Mayweather to the Pacquiao fight. So they might have done it with Miguel Cotto too. So all right, I guess two people can be right. JG3 with the $5 super chat says, been supporting for a while now. Curious to know what you're breaking down after Love Is Blind. Would love to see a breakdown of Are You the One? A quick little surprise here for you guys. I am going to the next dating show breakdown I'm going to start tomorrow. Jay Blaze. I'm going to give Jay Blaze the distinct privilege of choosing the dating show that I will break down next. So Jay Blaze, I know you're in here. Give it some thought. Let me know by the end of the night which dating show breakdown you would like me to break down, and we'll do that. Jay Blaze has he's got his finger on the pulse of all of this stuff. So I trust him. And there's so many dating show breakdowns, but Jay Blaze, he has an instinct to know which ones are the most relevant, which ones are the most, et cetera, et cetera. So Jay Blaze, listen, man, at Jay Blaze with your suggestions, and I will leave it to him to make the decision. I'll trust him to make the right decision. Let's continue. Oh, wait a minute. Spoonanza with the 55 Canadian dollar super chat says, I'm late to the stream, you know, being black and all. You stupid. He says, dropping some moolah for the late ninjas. Real shit, man. Appreciate that. Hey, man. Hey, look. Niggas, we be late. Look, we late. I mean, it is what the fuck it is. I ain't mad at that. Luke, Red Pill Perry, $5 super chat. I follow you on Instagram, by the way. Shout out to you. Says, curly hair pearl. Absolutely. Esito Rusco. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly here. $5 super chat. Says, when MTR pivoted, Pearl, I gave up. Too much emotions in the community. I'm disappointed in MTR because he's really, really a smart guy, man. But that's just not something I thought he would do. But, you know, I don't think MTR is a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, oh man, it just really calls into question like but look, man, listen, I cut ties with him. That doesn't mean I don't like him or dislike him. If I see him in the street, I'll shake his hand. But you guys know how I roll, man. You go after one of my good friends like that, and I can't roll with you anymore. Oma with the $10 super chat says, sending love and good vibes from the ATL, bro. Looking forward to speaking with you again. Absolutely. I'm going to be getting a hold of you, Oma, here in a couple of weeks. I'm starting to ramp up the marketing and all of the planning for the CME. I'm looking for a head of security, and I think Oma and his brother from another mother are the perfect candidates. But his brother from another mother is not going to be a bodyguard for my woman because he is much more jacked than I am, or at least he is right now, and I can't take that chance. Sorry. Hey, look, y'all. I'm human. I don't want swole-ass niggas around my girl, except for me. Well, I'm not swole. I'm not swole yet, but I'm in a lot better shape than I was 2 months ago. Let's do it.
Public. And, you know, I introduced him to my sister.
You knowingly invited a white supremacist and a self-proclaimed racist.
MTR,
I have no problem inviting people to disagree. I have no problem having crazy conversations. I will not apologize for having a controversial guest because I will keep having controversial guests.
Fuck yes. Thank you, Pearl. You let these motherfuckers know, man. Like, dude, Pearl's got 1.5 million subscribers. Everyone's always trying to tell her how to run her podcast. I think she knows what the fuck she's doing. You watching, Hafiz?
My staff is very aware of this. They know this, and if they have an issue with this, they should talk to me, not the internet. And that's
real
the other
shit.
thing about YouTubers is why the hell are YouTubers that have my number going to the internet before they talk to me? A lot of these YouTubers are so scared to protect their brand that they will throw anyone and everyone under the bus, and it's honestly blood sport, and it's honestly disgusting.
Dude, look, man. In MTR, it's not that MTR and Pearl had a long-standing friendship, right? It's not that they had a long-standing friendship, but again, you guys saw in the clip, dude, they did the beach video. Dude, I did two different collaborations with the both of them, dude. We all went out, ate at Chipotle. We're chilling out, hanging out in Dania Beach. Like, again, it's not a long-standing relationship, but guys, like, dude, they're hanging out on the beach. He spent the whole day with her family, met her sister, met her mom, right? Like, I don't think I could do. I don't know. You guys know me, man. I'm the last person who's going to virtue signal. I have done. Look, man. Say what you will about MTR. But me personally, I have done much, much worse things than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man. I'm not a saint. I'm not a sinner. I'm human, man. I own my shit. It is what it is. I have emotional issues because of my complicated relationship with my parents. It is what the fuck it is. It is what it is, man. I'm a convicted felon, been arrested a bunch of times. Hey, man, no excuse. No excuse. You shouldn't write bad checks. You shouldn't knock people out. You shouldn't get in fights. Right? I learned that lesson the hard way. Can't be writing bad checks. Nope. Can't do that. Can't do that. Nope. Can't be rearranging people's faces, literally. It is what it is, man. Oops. Sorry.
Pearl, you know that your staff is mostly black people. And I'm talking about from a production perspective.
Oh, man.
As well as a talent perspective.
See, oh, my God. This is hard to watch, man. That's hard to fucking watch, dude. I don't know. Call me crazy, man, but something, I don't know. Something in I'm not trying to put words in people's mouths or thoughts in their heads, but I don't know. Something tells me that I think MTR will come back around. I think he will. He's dude, he's too cool a dude. He's too smart a dude. I think he's the kind of guy that can be like, hey, you know what, guys? I jumped the gun. And here's why. Right? And again, like, I mean, a lot of people say he's a fence sitter. I don't know. I just, like, dude, I met the man. Like, I broke bread with the man. Like, I laughed with the man. I told him, dude, I told him shit about me that I haven't told anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
MTR, if you were worried about my employees, why didn't you message Blessing? Why didn't you message King?
There you go. Just like I said about domestic Duracell.
Why didn't you message Helen? You certainly could have reached out to them. You certainly could have asked me for their numbers. But you chose to go to the internet because you were offended for my employees?
I don't think that your platform would be as big as what it is today if it wasn't for the essential utilization of black people, black relationship topics, and black talent.
Nah, now that I disagree with. Pearl would be where she is with or without black people, y'all. She'd be where she is with or without black people. Listen, man, those in the know, those who know about Pearl, dude, Pearl is talented. She knows what the hell she's doing. She's hardworking, and dude, she is extremely creative. Like, dude, some of the ideas that she comes up with just blow my mind. But Pearl knows exactly what she's doing. She didn't just luck into 1.5 million subscribers. No, man. She worked her ass off. She did what was difficult to do, and she's enjoying the success, and she's enjoying the fruits of her labor. It has nothing to do with black people or white people or what. No. The race of her staff has nothing to do with her success. Nothing to do with her success. Blessing could be white. Auntie Jenny could be Hispanic. Doesn't matter. Pearl hires talented people. She hires talented people. The fact that most of her staff happens to be all black does not mean that she would not be successful without them. So that I disagree with.
I don't know how many times I have said this, and I don't know how many times I have to keep saying this. My platform is not a black platform. How could I have a platform about black issues
as a white girl
if I talk about relationships?
Oh, never mind. I thought she was going to say as a white girl.
Last shows, the two that come to my head. Why can't we call a hoe a hoe? Trust me, there are hoes in every color. Oh my God, trust me. And
don't we know it?
What's a good wife? They go off the titles and they don't even watch it, and then they make a reaction video.
Dude, oh my God, it's so funny. Heather, our remote assistant, our remote staffer, she says all the time. She's like, she goes through my comments, and she's like, dude, there are so many people who you can just tell they didn't watch the video because they're only responding to the title. It's crazy. Mike Steele with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that very much, Mike. Says, so by this logic, if Donovan invited a raging feminist onto his show, he would then become a male feminist? Apparently, Mike. Because if that really were the logic, then Myron and Fresh are two of the biggest feminists in history. I mean, am I wrong? Viking Paradigm. Member for 7 months. Welcome to chat privileges, my friend. Cheers to you, too. I appreciate the support. Tony Esquire with the $10 super chat says, article by The Guardian explains how Floyd blocked ESPN's Michelle Beadle and Rachel Nichols from his Manny press room over their outrage. Also, Jamel Hill and Kerry Champion were hating hardcore. Yeah, exactly. Dude, it was so sickening. I remember Sarah Spain was like, look, I mean, Floyd Mayweather can do whatever he wants to do. I just don't think he should be fighting anymore. Bitch, you just don't want him making money. That's all. Fuck off.
That I said something I didn't, or my show's about something it's not. You know, I'm not going to say we've never touched on a black topic in a year of shows, but shit, in terms of how often, it's really not.
And dude, relationship issues are not exclusive to black people. Just because you talk about an issue that happens to overlap with the black people or the black community doesn't mean she's talking about black issues. Fuck out of here.
And that's it. Why wouldn't he go through the shows? Why wouldn't he do his due diligence when he spent time with me?
Yeah, man.
Met me, and we had a great relationship up until he made this hit piece. And the other accusation.
That's true, dude. Like, dude, Pearl and MTR they were cool, dude. Like, honestly, man, like, dude, like, that collaboration, oh my God, dude, that could have been a fucking powerhouse, man. Dude, MTR and Pearl, you kidding me? Dude, they could have. Oh my God, they could have tag teamed all over the country, man.
Accusation he had. You could have had black people in the same room. We did. We did a whole panel with black.
Wait a minute, is that Troy Francis in the background? Hold up. I'm gonna have to call out Pearl.
People in the same room. We did.
Pearl. I'm just joking here. I say this tongue in cheek. Troy Francis, last I checked, is a white guy. It is what it is.
We did a whole panel with black people in the I mean, it was a mix of races, but we certainly had black people there too.
Oh, never mind. My bad. Sorry, Pearl. Carry on.
So, again, it's all of these reaction channels saying this is how you should run the show, but none of them have done it. None of them are that successful.
Thank you.
They want to tell us how to run our shows. And the other thing, you know what? An MTR, here's the thing.
Look, we got more subscribers than you, so we can tell you how to run our show. Ain't that right, Abba?
I am really not about bringing out private things behind the scenes to public. I think it's trashy. But if you're going to publicly accuse me of things and you're going to publicly make a hit piece on me, then I have to publicly defend myself.
Now, what's crazy is that I came across these comments while I was live streaming a couple of days ago. And what
you found out on live is about the clips is just not true. You know it's not true. I don't know why you're lying to your audience.
General, and not once in the interview did you have at least one pro-black stance.
MTR, what? You said yourself before you released the video, when I asked you, did you watch the full interview?
Oh, look at the... Oh, wow. Pearl's got the receipts. Let's take a look. Here. Pearl's got the receipts here. Okay. So it says, if you want to see if Oshay, the business, and whoever wants to get on a live... Dude, fucking Jason Black. Wait a minute. He is one of the Black Manosphere founders. Hold up. Now I got to figure out which one it is. Oh, I'm sure they would. Did you watch the full video? No, I just went off the comments. There it is. Right there at the bottom of the videos. Right there at the bottom. Did you watch the full video? Nope, just went off comments. What? Why did you just go off comments? Why are you going to do a reaction video? Why are you going to do a reaction video on a video and not watch the full video? Guys, we can't be lazy, man. We really can't. You can't just decide to just, do a hit piece on somebody because, no, hit pieces are easy to do. Talking about people in a factual context, not so much.
You said no. So how do you even know? Because that's the thing. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what's right. He doesn't care what's true.
That's right.
He cares about appeasing his audience, and that's what all these reaction channels are doing to you.
And along with,
man, this is hard.
My accountability, this is now my definitive stance. I can no longer support or associate myself with the Just Pearly Things platform.
You want to know what's really sad about this, man? Is that MTR could have, he could have really benefited from his alliance with Pearl. He could have really benefited from it, man. He's at 500,000 subs, dude. He already had the momentum. Ay. It's just disappointing to see. Spoonenza with the 22 Canadian dollar super chat says, I watched that interview from start to finish, and the conversation between Just Pearly Things and Nick was professional, cordial, respectful, and informative. It was a great interview, but weak people chose to be offended at one part. That's exactly right. They were waiting to be offended. Viking Paradigm with the $100 super chat says, hey Donovan, I'm getting Myron's 1 mil party videographer locked down for the weekend of the CME. If you don't have one already, I'd be happy to get him a VIP ticket as well as to work the event along with full copies of any content from the event free of charge to you. Wow. Yes, TSR at donovansharpe.com. Let's talk. That would be a major help. Look, man, listen, guys, let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. Guys, the Conference of Masculine Excellence, this is a passion project for me. This, dude, ask Devin. Dude, Devin hates doing CMEs, man, because of this. It's just, she doesn't hate it. It's just highly stressful. They're not easy to pull off, number one. Number two, they are very expensive. CME 1 in Las Vegas, I lost over $125,000. I knew I would I knew I would take a substantial monetary loss. Dude, but it was a rousing success. It got us proof of concept. Miami, I had to scale back because, dude, I can't lose $125,000 2 years in a row. This is not something I'm going to do, right? I think I lost like maybe six or seven grand on the CME too. The point is guys, I don't do the Conference of Masculine Excellence for money. If I did it for the money, I would charge $3,500 for a VIP ticket like Mr. President does. Right? But by the same token, I can't lose my shirt on all of these. That's why I have to. This is why I have to charge what I charge, and I try to charge a fair enough price. I try to charge a fair enough price so that people, they can at least save up to afford it, and that's why I announced the tickets early. I gave you I tried to give people like an 8-9 month runway to save up for the ticket. But guys, I'm not doing this for the money. You kidding me? Like, dude, like in 2 CMEs, I've lost almost $140,000. So anyone who says, "Oh, the CME is a money grab," dude, ask the Venetian. Ask the Venetian. Dude, they made out like fucking bandits on us. But yes, Viking Paradigm, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's continue.
MTR, if you don't want to work with me, I fully support that. You don't want to associate with me, I fully support that. Why are you still making money off of the clips from the show on my channel? I'm so offensive. You better take those off. Because now I certainly don't give you permission to use those. Because
oh, that is a wrap. Say what? Say what? Yo. Is Pearl, like, Pearl's taking this, well, listen, man. Pearl's a savage. That's the right thing to do. Sorry.
Because why would I?
Right.
You don't want to associate with the brand, so
there
take
you
them
go.
off. Stop making money off them.
Thank you.
And that's what these people do. They're
yeah, I'm no longer going to allow people to make money trashing me. Sorry, I'm not going to do it. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. If you use my video without my permission, I'm going to strike you. Goose Day Janice, she found that out the hard way.
Absolute hypocrites.
I've also have a no beef policy on my platform.
You have a no beef policy on my platform, but you make a hit piece on me? And this is what he's going to do, because this is what the reaction channels do. They never apologize, and they just double down.
Yep.
Then you know what he's going to do? He's going to find another clip, take it out of context, and then say, oh no, well now that I've watched the full interview. And this is the principle. It's not even that he may have been offended. It's that we are grown adults and you could call me. And yet you choose to go to the internet first.
Yeah,
now,
man.
I don't know, where was honor, where was respect, and where was dignity? If someone has been kind enough to allow me into their studio, to, I even introduced you to my family.
Jesus,
to spend days shooting content with you. And then you turn around and say you can't associate with the network? What is courageous? To make a hit piece on me? To appease your audience? What's more courageous, to do that? Or to go with the narrative, what everyone's saying? And you know what? You might not say it today, you might not say it tomorrow, but you are absolutely wrong for this. You are absolutely wrong.
No, she's right. She is absolutely, dude, she's 100% right. Dude, to run to the internet instead of, not only to run to the internet and admittedly not having watched the entire video, but then to burn, like, dude, vaporize this bridge with this woman that you had this great relationship with. They had a great podcasting relationship. I know a lot, dude, there are people that thought that Pearl, like, had a crush on MTR. I can tell you definitively, she never did and never will. It just is what it is. It is what it is. That she's told me this several times. It is what it is.
You quote unquote left the manosphere, but you're still in it. And okay, and let's talk about defamation of character. So this is the thumbnail that MTR put of me.
Oh,
he
this
said in quotes
is
that
bad.
insinuating that I said that slavery was not that bad. I did not say that. In fact,
dude, this is a problem. Guys, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. Okay? and I'm not a legal expert, but I've been sued plenty of times. I've been fake sued once. The jury's still out on that. But dude, you can't do this. This is bad.
Fact, in the clip, I said that it was horrible.
The founder of, or the guy who made Root said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by.
Right.
So they often, but that's what they do, is they embellish, and I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible, it was.
Right. I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible. It was.
But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people in a way.
And that's exactly what mainstream media does to control black people even today. You see, mainstream media at large has full control of the black community. All they have to do is play to their emotions. And yes, I'm going to say their emotions. I'm not a part of the black community. I don't endorse what they stand for over there. Fuck them. Just because I'm black doesn't mean I'm in the black community. And by the way, and by the way, it looks like I stopped recording. Okay, there we are. Sorry about that. Little encoder issue. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, that had a slight encoder issue there. Sorry about that, guys.
How is it not defamation of character to say that I said something I didn't say in the thumbnail?
Thank you.
You know, and it's
right.
one thing when I
lost my train of thought. Yes, this is how the mainstream media controls the black community. Every 4 years, whatever Democratic candidate they are, all I got to do is mention the word racist. The other guy is racist. That's why you should vote for me. The black community has no idea that the Democratic Party, the left, they laugh their asses off at you guys. They know you are stupid. All they have to do, is say this: a white person did something to a black person. And they know that you niggas will go and destroy your own community. You'll destroy your own community, then you'll go and you'll vote all left. This is what they do. This is what they do. No other community, no other race of people is as emotionally reactionary as black people. And why is that? The reason for that is because most black people are raised by black women. And when you are raised by a black woman, you prioritize your emotions over facts. It's feelings over facts. And that's what happened in this case. Only this time, Pearl didn't do anything wrong. She had on a controversial guest, and everyone took that as a cue to paint her as a racist. Oh, by the way, let me point this out here, just so you know. Let me bring this, because I remember telling you guys a while back. I told you guys that when Abba and Preach dropped that hit piece on me, I gained over 3,500 in 2 weeks. I gained 3,500 subscribers, and I made $15,000. This is the fallout for Pearl as a result of this video. Let me. So, since the Nick Fuentes video, in the last 90 days, gentlemen, over 250,000 subscribers. So yeah, she can thank the black community. She can thank the black community for getting her more subscribers than Oshay Duke Jackson has gotten in his entire YouTube career. Let's continue.
Random or whatever.
Oops.
But, you know, and these random clips that circulate on YouTube. But I work on YouTube. That's my livelihood.
Right.
And it's funny because they act like they care about black issues, but yet they're trying to damage the reputation of a network that hires majority black employees.
Dude.
And without even asking the employees, are they offended? How
Unbelievable.
do they take it?
Unbelievable.
And so
it's because they don't really care. She knows this.
That's what I'm saying. These content creators get outraged for my employees who were not mad. I didn't even hear about it till after he left, and everyone's gonna say, oh, they're secretly offended, they just couldn't tell you. And that's how I know nobody stepped a foot in my studio, because they absolutely will tell me if they agree, if they don't agree, but they all know signing up to work here, we have controversial guests. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the thumbnail. You're also, that's not legal.
This is bad,
either.
man.
It's defamation of character to put in quotes and insinuate I said something I didn't say. I said in that exact clip that you saw, you watched, you reacted.
Devin, put it on the poll. Who's more racist, black people or white people? Put it on the poll. Who's more racist in America? Black Americans or white Americans? Because there's always some dumb nigga that says, well, they're not racist in Uganda.
It wasn't that.
I'm talking about African women.
Horrible. And when I asked you.
Sam R. with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much for that. Says the Nick conversation wasn't bad. I've seen and heard worse in black households. Exactly.
Why would you put that I said something I didn't say? Well, it's how the comments interpreted it.
There you go.
That's not what I meant. And you know it's not what I meant. And that's the worst part is he knows I'm not a racist. He knows all of this stuff. And I beg you, MTR, name one instance we had where I treated any of my employees unfairly, where I was rude to any of my employees, where I was rude to you, where I was rude to any of our mutual friends. And you know what? In hindsight, I probably would have put out a statement saying he had nothing to do with the Nick Fuentes interview. And I would have been happy to do that if he asked me.
But
he didn't ask me.
Nope.
And you know, when you're being called by everyone in the book and then your friend tries to pile on. And again,
your friend tries to pile on.
All of the ideas that I spoke about were from Thomas Sowell, a author of 80 books on the topic. So you could say maybe as a white woman, I shouldn't have said anything about it, but
Bruh, you listen, man, we live in a first world country, man. We have freedom of speech. You can talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Now, freedom of speech does not mean freedom from criticism or freedom from consequences, but the fact remains that, yeah, she can talk about whatever the fuck she wants, y'all.
Certainly was quoting someone else. And
Thank
that's the
you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
So what did I do? I decided, why don't I put out an apology video? Just as a test.
Once again, I was staunchly against this. It's interesting. It's interesting. I actually had a conversation with Pearl at lunch at the airport in Atlanta, mercifully waiting to get the fuck out of Atlanta. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm getting triggered by these flashbacks. But I told Pearl, I was like, look, I wouldn't if I were you. But the apology video was good, and it still wasn't good enough.
I wanted to see, would the mob be happy? No, they never accept your apology. And did MTR backtrack and say, you know what? Given that I have spent this much time with her, I was more than willing to work with her before. I had no issues before.
There you go.
Now, when the crowd goes one way, I'm going to go with it. Now, let's show another clip that could be taken out of context.
Oh, boy.
And make it look like this man is racist against white people.
What are we doing to white people? And I was going to say erasing them, which I agree we are. You know, with every interracial relationship, you know, white people, we're immigrating, they're not having babies, we're erasing them.
No, Abba and Preach, you guys aren't erasing any white people. You guys are paying for box.
That's where it's going to go.
We're not erasing them.
I thought the Chinese guy was going to be
They're
like,
erasing
hey,
themselves.
man, you know what we doing? We bring in our people. We take...
Look, man, I'm not really Abba's biggest fan, but I got to tell you, his beard game is on point for this video. Like, the beard game... Look, man. Look. If I see him in the streets, I mean, he's smack on sight. But if I hit him, I'm going to have to stay away from the beard, man, because the beard game... Look, game recognizes game, man. Right? Like, Abba... Listen, man, he's a bitch-ass motherfucker. It is what it is, but the beer game was tight right here.
It's over, right? And I was going to celebrate it.
You was about to celebrate it.
Yeah, the future.
But it is white people's fault.
What is?
Everything.
What are we doing to white people?
I don't know, taking their skin and wearing it.
But, you know what? You don't do that. Because...
Wait, taking their skin and wearing it? What? Oh, okay, whatever.
I know the context. I know he was
sure,
gay, but that's what a lot of these reaction channels do. They wait for you to slip up.
That's it.
Oshay claims to support the black community, yet he constantly goes after organizations that support black content creators.
Thank you.
How can you say you're pro-black when, you know, honestly, between me and Fresh and Fit, we employ more black people than you do.
Oh my God! Wow. Wow. There you go. I employ more black people than you do. The only thing Oshay hires black people for is for sex. That's it. Oshay hires black people for sex. in Uganda. His words, guys. His words. Like, he admits it. He's like, look, say what you want about Oshay. At least he's honest about it. He's like, yeah, man, I'm tricking on these hoes out in Uganda. That's still some bitch-ass shit, though.
So, after the apology...
For a pro-black exploiting not even American black women, African black women. Ay, ay, ay. What a hypocrite.
Video. I said, okay, let's see how brave...
Oma says, yeah, fuck Atlanta, LOL. No. Oma was the coolest thing about Atlanta.
These men are. So I asked Obsidian to host a debate, and I said, everyone that has had so much to say about me, come on the street.
Boy, here we go.
Nobody showed up.
There you go. Nobody showed up, including the Black Authority himself, Jason Fat. I'm going to start calling him Jason Fat. Because the only reason someone wouldn't show themselves on the internet is because they're a fucking fat ass. I think he's a fat ass, personally. And I'm going to prove it to you guys when I pay him to come out here and have a conversation with me.
I'm a firm believer that if you truly believe something about someone, you should be able to say it to their face.
Real shit.
And all you couldn't even show up to a stream.
Thank you.
You know what?
Ooh, she just cooked those people. See that? See that? All you big bad pro-black ass niggas talked all this shit. She's a racist and she's a slave owner. Blah, 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 blah. But when push came to shove, when it came time for you to give Pearl a piece of your mind, dude, she was on Obsidian for like 3 hours. She did like a 3 or 4 hour live stream, literally in the middle of the England night. And none of you niggas showed up, including Jason Black. Fuck out of here.
If I was this diehard racist that they think, why didn't they show up? You should want to tell off.
Because they're fucking cowards.
Tell me how horrible.
Oh boy, that's not good.
How could you spend hours and hours and hours listening to me talk, but you can't stand by what you said?
Because they're cowards, Pearl. They're cowards. You see, anyone who can't confront another person is a coward. It's a coward. And this is the thing. It's not like Obsidian set up a live event where you could show up and, take Pearl to task in person. Now that would take balls in and of itself. Dude, it was a goddamn live stream. It was a live stream. It was virtual. All you had to do, and dude, Jason, you don't even show your fat fucking face, bruh. You don't even show your fat face. So you're afraid to confront this quote unquote dumb blonde bimbo. And by the way, nigga, get glasses. Dumbass. But you want to sit there and talk like you're the business and you're the Black Authority? Nigga, you a clown, man.
And this is the thing about these reaction channels. What's courageous? Courageous is going against the mob.
That's right.
And honestly, a lot of these reactors are no better than the feminists that paint a narrative about men.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Sponanza with the 220 Canadian dollar says, Pearl dropping heat like a motherfucker. Dude, she just dropped the gem right there. She just dropped the gem right there. The black community is basically like... The black community is feminist. Pro-black people are feminists. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you guys. Fuck them. Fuck them all.
A lot of feminists, they might take a clip or take a snippet of a story and say, he did this, he did that, he's this. And these goddamn content creators do the same thing.
Yep.
And you could say what I said was inaccurate, maybe insensitive, but to say you questioned my morals...
Yeah, that's out of line. Yeah, that's out of bounds,
And that's the thing. We live in this society where we no longer can give people the benefit of the doubt. And that's the worst part, is that MTR didn't even watch the full video.
Nope.
Even though he met my sister, he spent a bunch of time with me. He came over to see me in London.
So this is the third or fourth time Pearl has mentioned this, right? You can tell that this hurt her, man. This hurt, dude. This hurt. I'm not her, and I feel bad for her. Like, this is hard to watch, and I'm not even involved. Like, for this dude to, oh my God, dude. Ay, ay, ay.
We shot so much content for him. He still couldn't even give me the benefit of the doubt and felt like he needed to cater to his audience. Do you know who I respect? I respect the content creators that doubled down because they knew me. Anton Daniels, he got a lot of pushback for defending me. Obsidian, he got a lot of pushback for defending me.
She's
cool with me.
Yo, what is Anton wearing? Yo, I need that. Yo, somebody tell me where to get the hat Anton has on. Somebody tell me where to get that.
I wouldn't call her a friend, but it is definitely a person that I've had multiple different conversations to. She's added value into my life behind the scenes, gave me some game. I gave her, hopefully reciprocated and gave her some game. We didn't kick it in person. She'd have met my wife.
But they know me in real life. So they know I've been nothing but polite. They know that I do my best to be friendly and kind to people. And they...
Hey, wait a minute. What about your boy? What about Donovan Sharpe? Pearl, gotta mention your boy. What's up?
They refuse to profit off of me. And I'm not trying to paint myself as a victim. I do very well on YouTube. You guys aren't going to stop me. You're not really going to bring me down. MTR says he's against cancel culture. And he accuses brands of bending to the will of the woke mob. But what did you just do?
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. And I'm going to remain professional. But it just bothers me that companies still will buckle to the whim of this bullshit. Now you guys see the uphill battle in real time that I have to climb, that the content creators in this space have to climb. We've set a whole bunch of first in here. One of the first is actually having brands and sponsorship that come down in here and show us respect. And at the drop of a Thanos click, a Thanos snap, they take it away. Why? Because the victims come out the woodwork and say, he's misogynistic. The weaponized term that has nothing to do with my channel. Has nothing to do with my channel, and you know it. I'm disappointed. But it shows the uphill battle that we have to climb.
Because
Ibn Zuhr says the pain she feels is like how Myron constantly talks about A&P. Yeah, dude. Like, listen, man, your enemies can't betray you. Your friends, it's interesting. Your enemies, almost all of your enemies, as far as I know, and I don't know, I'll have to do a little bit more thinking here, but anyone who I'm enemies with, chances are I was probably friendly with them at some point, or at least cordial. President Tony, for example, right? Spoke at the convention, hosted all this other kind of stuff. His was the ultimate betrayal. This dude has been on a 3-year, smear campaign on me. Right? Yeah, that shit, dude. That shit sucks. That shit sucks. But guess what? Life goes on. You got to do what you got to do.
Because you cannot tell me that you did that in good faith. What happened in good faith?
Right. Good faith. See, the reason why Tony told everyone, well, the reason I'm doing this is because we have to protect the manosphere and frauds and this and that and the third. No, Tony. The reason you did it is because my event was in direct competition with your event. That's what it was, man. That was the motivation. He didn't do any of that in good faith.
You did that to protect your brand and to build your audience.
There you go.
And you know what?
And Tony did that to protect his failing convention, which probably isn't going to be around too much longer, if at all.
If that's how you want to play it, go do it. But, a lot of people can see through this shit. And the truth always comes out. So you spoke about that, but this is the same way you're bending to the will of your audience. If you go on stream and say that you think I'm... Go on stream and say that you think that you question my morals.
Select correctly, or if you let someone into your proverbial inner circle before that they have been properly vetted, these are the people that can bring you down into the abyss as well.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
You're right.
Oh, my God. That's literally what he did to Pearl.
Right, you're right. I could see how that would happen. And you know what? The worst part is this goddamn thumbnail, because he knows. I messaged him. Did I say that? He knows I didn't say that. And that's the thing. If he's willing to do this to me, I would say he was an acquaintance, maybe a friend, all right? If he was willing to do that to me, what's he willing to do to you?
Just keep this in mind as you are creating friendships throughout your life, is that when everything is going good, it's high time for your acquaintances. But when things are not so good,
there we go.
The acquaintances will slowly shift to the back.
Wow, look at that.
Oh!
Unbelievable.
Well.
How about that?
How is it not snake behavior to insinuate that I have and have bad morals after I allowed you onto my platform? After I paid for so much footage to be edited, cut. Also, I'd like to add, you disrespectfully made a video about me. You disrespectfully put something in the thumbnail and defamed my character and said I said something that I did not say.
There you go.
And you
look, man, you can be critical of people. Nothing wrong with that, right? But when you put out personally identifiable information, when you put out private information about people, right? When you divulge personal conversations with people, right? When you do those kinds of things, that is reprehensible.
You pretended to be concerned about my employees, but you didn't even reach out to them.
Nope.
And you know what?
Nope.
I'm going to disrespectfully post all of the footage that we took because you know what? Honestly, that footage was fire and I'm making money off of it. And no, you do not have permission to use any clips on your channel. You know what? And I will. You know what? MTR, I'll give you a video. I already know how the reaction channels do it. So I'm sure he's just going to double down, find another clip that Pearl looks like is an ill will. Pearl looks bad. And you know what? I'm sure he's going to find something else to paint me in a certain light. And you know what? That was a pretty controversial conversation, so I'm sure he's going to find it. And you know what? I'll give you a chance. You can come if you admit you messed up, maybe we can repair this.
Oh.
No, not right now. Not right now. And that's what honestly all these reaction channels do. They just pull clips and like they're looking for it. And guys, you're gonna start to see it after some point. Also, MTR, I'm asking that you take down all videos of us together on your channel because you don't want to be associated with my platform. So I'm giving you the opportunity to pull all clips because I don't want to have to copyright strike you. I'm appeasing to your wishes, and if you want to disrespectfully diss me on a video, then I will disrespectfully tell you that we will copyright strike you if you do not remove the video.
Oh my God, there it is. Real fucking shit. Hey, look, y'all, actions have consequences. Actions have consequences. You wanna disassociate with somebody? Okay, cool. You can disassociate with somebody, but guess what? That means disassociating with them completely. I am 1,000% on board with this. I'm 1,000% on board with this. Dude, copyright strike the fuck out of these guys. Copyright strike the fuck out of these people, man. I don't give a fuck, dude. Look, man, you can be critical of people, but when you start attacking their character, when you defame them, when you make videos on people based on other hit pieces that are based strictly on lies, yeah, I'm gonna copy strike the fuck out of you. I don't give a fuck. I do not care. I do not care. And listen, man, there are gonna be a lot of other channels. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Guess what? It's there for a goddamn reason. You want my permission? You want my permission to use my video? Then guess what? You need to ask me. If you don't have my permission, either directly or indirectly, I'm striking you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not playing with these fools anymore. And I'm glad Pearl's doing the same thing. Good move.
And also, guys, we're re-uploading the videos of Nick Fuentes, and if you want to see the videos and see all the content, go onto our Rumble.
Oh my God, there it is.
Another instance that Abba and Preach did this is with Fresh and Fit.
Oh boy.
Abba and Preach tried to say that Fresh and Fit laughed at a proud rapist.
Oh, this
Charleston
is.
White,
Oh, remember, this is bullshit, dude.
He was talking about his past and why
Jesus
people
Christ.
shouldn't take his path.
Dude, this is insane. They tried to call Charleston White an e-parist. What? Ay ay ay.
That's what he was talking about on the platform, and that's what they do. Okay, you can have someone on the show that's controversial, that's made mistakes in the past, and if you get along with them, if you're kind to them, if you're polite to them, they try to frame it like you believe what you believe, you support what they support.
Right.
And these men, that all they do is react. They've never brought on guests. They've never done a live in studio. Not well anyway.
Oh, there it is.
Anyone knows who they are. They want to.
Pearl is better at YouTube than these people, man. That's really what this is about. She's better at YouTube than all these. She's better at YouTube than she's better than me at YouTube, man. Like, that's really what this is about. Like, dude, she's better than you guys. Just deal with it.
Tell us.
Oh, by the way, I had Dev put on the poll, who's more racist, black Americans or white Americans? 177 of you voted. 80% of you said black Americans are more racist. 19% of you need to wake up.
That's how to do it. And honestly, and it's very hypocritical because Abba and Preach have laughed at grape jokes, male grape jokes. And, you know.
Yeah, King Life says, Preach was saying, yeah, I'm going to be in Miami. Guess what, Peach? We had a call-in show that entire night waiting for you to pull up. You didn't. Twice. Exactly. Because Preach is a fucking coward. Dude, listen, man. Listen, anybody who puts out a hit piece on somebody is a coward because you know at that point they did not communicate with that person, more than likely. I think there was a recent video about some, he's like the kidney king. He's like the kidney king or like the, he likes to eat like, you know, hearts and organs. I don't know. They call him like the I forget what the hell he was. Anyway, the guy was absolutely ripped. And for years, I watched this video. Oh, the Liver King. Thank you. Yes, I watched this video called The Liver King Lie. That wasn't a hit piece. That was just telling the truth. Man. Right? The guy had correspondence with the Liver King about purchasing steroids. The Liver King had no idea that he had still left his domain up. So, oh boy. Okay, yeah, it looks like I'm really using up the disk space here. So yeah, the Liver King Live, yeah, yep. Oh, he went on PBD and said he effed up. Yeah, well, the point is the Liver King Live wasn't a hit piece. That was all facts all the way through. It could not be denied, right? The hit piece on me, there was one piece. The only facts about the hit piece on me was my criminal record, my arrest record, etc., etc., etc. Those are the only things that were true, or those are the only things that were true. Yes, and that I took 5 years off Devin's age. I took 5 years off Devin's age to try to maybe protect her identity. Okay, listen, you can think whatever the fuck you want. You can think whatever the fuck you want about that, but dude, okay, so I took 5 years off of Devin's age to protect our identity. That didn't work, right? But then everything else, the propaganda, mixing it a little bit of truth with a bunch of lies. Guys, that's a hit piece.
Oh, I could pull a clip from there and do the YouTube blood sport and
Thank you.
paint them out a certain way.
Me personally, when I see a girl with like a nice booty, I'm always like, I like you and I want you. And I'm gonna have you.
Oh my God! This thing is stupid! I swear to God, I hate it when people I don't like do shit that's funny. Fucking Abba. God damn it. Yo, hold the phone. This dude is talking about the booty warrior. Yo, I recently told Devin about the booty warrior. I tried to show her the video of the interview of him in prison and she didn't want to watch. He says, I like you and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. The choice is yours. Look at Abba's face, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, Abba, you're a loser motherfucker, but I gotta give you full marks for this shit. I gotta watch this shit again.
Nice booty, I'm always like, I like you and I want you. And I'm gonna have you.
Now, I tell you what.
Oh my God.
Like you,
oh my God. Oh my God.
Now, we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way.
The choice is
yours.
Well, I don't think you and I will be doing anything any kind of way.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
Okay, cut. This isn't working. Someone get this guy out.
Wow.
No, that's bro. And that's disturbing.
Yo.
Johnson, booty warrior.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't do that, but and you know I understand. There's.
By the way, Devin, I'm gonna make you watch that booty warrior video.
always going to be entertainment value. I understand that, but it's just...
Oh my god. God damn it, Abba. Fuck. Now I dislike him a little bit less because that was fucking brilliant. I'm sorry, guys. Listen, I gotta be honest. I don't like him, but that was fucking funny.
Just getting to a point where we're...
The look on his face. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys, but that was too fucking funny. All right, let's move on.
Starting to defame people's characters, and I'm just tired of the lying. I'm so tired of the lying.
Right.
And the other thing that's insulting is a lot of these reactors that are pretending to stand up for my employees are calling them slaves.
The colonial mindset of Pearl
Oh
has
my
people
God.
working on her
Oh, for
quote-unquote
crying out
plantation.
loud.
That's why Pearl is a modern day female slave master.
As if I...
Wait, what? This bitch said who?
That's why Pearl is a modern day female slave master.
A female slave master. Uh-huh. Female slave master. Yeah, because clearly females owned a bunch of slaves. Slavery is involuntary servitude, which means you are getting unpaid labor. Pearl is not getting unpaid labor. She's getting paid labor. If you are getting paid for a job, you are not a slave.
As if I am a slave master? Are you crazy?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, are you nuts? How
Dude.
insulting. It's
Dude.
like they're standing up for my employees by calling them slaves. What the... You guys,
she's like, what the fuck?
They're absolutely insane. And again, all of these reactors have never successfully had a YouTube show. And they want to tell us how to do their show. And it's like, if I don't like the way a show is run, I just don't watch it. But all of these reactors want to insert their opinions and tell them how we should have our conversations and in what way we should have our conversations. When it's like, you guys haven't done it successfully.
Oh, shit.
Most of you are small. And none of you had a live show. That's like me telling you how to clip people out of context. I don't know how to do that. A lot of these YouTube channels, they do it to anyone that's bigger than them.
There. Oops. Uh-oh. Yes, they do. Kevin Ray Wilder, he tried to use me for a come up, but because he's a shitty content creator, he fumbled the bag. Confidence creator, I'm gonna give you a listen, man. I'm gonna give confidence creator. Confidence creator, I'm gonna give you a chance to come on and talk to me live. Because I believe you are a fucking loser, dumbass.
They're just looking for someone big that they can tear down. Like, look at this business guy. He did this shit to Kevin Samuels, the godfather of the Manosphere.
What? The problem. You see, the problem with Kevin the Perfume Don, let me put y'all up on some manhood for a moment here. And some
manhood for a moment here.
Real facts. Because, by the way, he's still repeating this garbage that the average male weight has not increased since 1965. I corrected him about that last year. He's still running around lying and talking about men have only gained 5 pounds since 1969 and women have gained 30. Nonsense. They both gained about the same amount of weight, according to the CDC website. And he's still lying because he has a narrative that he wants to look down on women about. So he just lies about things. And none of y'all who claim you were learning anything, none of you have ever called him up to correct him and say, hey,
Jason Black, nigga, shut the fuck up. Bruh. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You gonna sit here and get all bent out of shape because of a weight difference? So Kevin may or may not be factually inaccurate about weight gain over the years between men and women, and that all of a sudden makes him a liar? He's spinning this incredible web off of weight gain? Are you kidding? Dude, I swear to God, Jason Black is such a dude, this dude. Oh my God, dude. Honestly, man, I think I dislike him. I think I dislike him almost as much as I dislike Oshay, man. Because this nigga, dude, like, I cannot stand people who speak with the kind of bravado he speaks with, but doesn't show his face. Like, he speaks so confidently. It is easy to be confident behind a fucking avatar. So let me double down and reiterate this again for those of you who are just tuning in. Jason Black, I heard that you charge people $5,000 to see you. Now, we both know that's bullshit, number one. Number two, the reason why you say you charge people $5,000 to see you is because you don't want anybody to see you. You don't want anybody to see you. I paid $5,000. Well, I guess I'm just not going to do that then. Nah, nigga. You see, I got the money, bruh. I got plenty of money over here, bruh. So let me reiterate, Mr. Business. I will pay you, Jason Black, $5,000, $5K in American cash, USD. I will fly you out, round trip, lay flat, first class, from whatever city you live in, directly into Philadelphia. I will have an Uber Black pick you up from the airport, drive you to the Ritz-Carlton in Philadelphia. I will put you up in a 5-star resort. On the day of our discussion, I will send an Uber Black. I will send an Uber Black to the hotel. You will come to the studio, and we will talk. I will pay you $5,000. Cover all your expenses. Bruh, nigga, I'll even... tell you what. And I'm not just talking here. I'll give you a $150 per day per diem. Actually, you're a fat ass, so you're probably going to need a little bit more than that. I will give you a $200 per day per diem. $200 a day, man. $200 a day, fam. You come out here for 3 days, I'll give you $600 per diem for your food and any other incidental expenses. Dumbass.
Dude, I can't ride with you telling outright lies to make your point. You can make a point, but if you gotta lie to make a point, it's not something worth giving.
And he said that Kevin Samuels was lying in order to tear down black women. Do you know how disrespectful that is? And in this clip, MTR, in this clip, how hypocritical is it of you to say that people should not have formed an opinion on Kevin Samuels without watching his full content, but yet you can make a reaction on me without watching the full video?
Thank you.
What's happening in the world today? I think.
Oh God, Carrie Champion. Mike Hawk, 28 months, says conversely she would get torched for not employing people of color. This is why, dude. This is why the nigga community is never going to get anywhere, because you can't win with these people. You can't. Spinanza with the $5.50 Canadian dollar super chat says, you got to be kidding me. I've never seen Sarah wear that African chain on her show, but he wears it to talk shit about her. Fuck out of here with that mess. Yeah, right. Spoonanza with another $2.20 Canadian super chat says, pick him up in an Uber White. Oh my God. The nerve of Donovan Sharpe. Donovan Sharpe paid me to fly out to Philadelphia. Hold up, I got to do this right. Hold up, I got to do this right. Hang on. I got to do this right. Where's my, I'm going to turn off my camera here. Hold up. I got to do this. I got to be authentic. There it is. You see, Donovan Sharpe, the white supremacist who is married to his white devil Snow Queen, agreed to fly me out to have a conversation about our differences. The accommodations were nice, but when I got to the airport, I was told I was supposed to be picked up by an Uber Black. Would you like to know? Would you like to know the color of the vehicle that came and picked me up? It was an all-white Chevy Tahoe. How does this brother expect to have a conversation with another brother by sending him a white vehicle driven by a white person? A white vehicle driven by a white person, but you're black. That's the kind, dude, guys, listen. That's the kind, and it's as funny and as ridiculous as that sound, this is exactly who Jason Black is, man. They will find any reason to call somebody or someone racist.
With the advent, may he, rest in peace and whatever you feel about him, Kevin Samuels, who he made a whole living off of going hard on us.
Yes, he did.
Did you tune?
Oh shit, that's Brandon Marshall.
Tune in? Did you listen? I never, because I wouldn't let that get in my spirit.
Of course. Unbelievable. So Brandon Marshall takes her to task. She's like, I hated Kevin Samuels, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but did you listen? Did you ever hear anything Kevin Samuels said? No, I didn't want to put that in my spirit. This is how niggas are, guys. This is how niggas act. They don't care about the truth. They just care about being pissed off at people. He's racist. Fuck you niggas. White people, black people. Carrie Champion is another bitter black woman she's another bitter black woman who feels some type of way that Kevin Samuels pulled her card. Brandon Marshall aptly called her out and said, like, did you watch? I don't want that in my spirit. Did MTR not want this in his spirit? Huh? Did Jason Black not want this in his spirit? Did Jason Black even watch the entire video?
My point is, he had a lot of men that I know and respect were following him and listening to him.
A lot of men you know and respect were following and listening to him. Then, Ms. Champion, that should tell you something. If men that you like and respect are listening to Kevin Samuels, maybe, just maybe, you might want to listen to what he had to say. Unbelievable.
I thought that she was a journalist. So as a journalist, she formed her opinion about somebody that she didn't even watch his content? I mean, she just said it. Men that she respects followed him.
Right?
So instead of trying to understand why you set up a false narrative of him and rebuke him from your life, you simply and utterly cannot make this shit up. Modern women today are conditioned not to care what men think, but are conditioned to only hearing how awesome they are. And
wow, MTR dropping facts here, man.
And that's exactly why most cannot keep us.
And this is the other issue with Oshay Duke Jackson.
Wait a minute. That was a Grogu hat that Anton had on? Look, we here at the Sharpe family compound, we are Team Grogu. Here. We are Team Grogu. Baby Yoda is he's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Anyway, let's go.
He doesn't trust the employees to know if they work.
Yes, but what the knowledge that MTR just dropped, while correct, is apropos to the situation. What Carrie Champion essentially feels about Kevin Samuels, what Carrie Champion and women like her feel about Kevin Samuels based on not even watching the videos, that is essentially kind of the same thing that MTR did to Pearl. You formulated an opinion without having all of the information. That's the problem.
Work for someone or sexist or that hates black women. His words. And
like, Devin, seriously, was that? Because if that's a Grogu hat, I'm in. I'm getting it.
Yet he thinks that he knows when he doesn't even live in this country. He's never even interacted with us. Oshay, you've known King Richie's for a couple years now. Why didn't you sign him? You care so much about the black community. And you're the first to critique me, but I did what you didn't want to do.
Oh, boy. Now she's going at Oshay. Oshay cared so much about black people. Oshay doesn't give a fuck about black people. If Oshay really cared about black people, he wouldn't fuck Ugandan prostitutes. He wouldn't be exploiting black women.
Why didn't you sign him? Now he's having more success.
Well, the reason he didn't sign him, Pearl, is because Oshay doesn't care about black people. He doesn't. He cares about Oshay, which is fine, but he should just call it that. Lily Zero says Oshay claims he don't work with white people, yet his editor Dana is white. Of course they are. DeRay Davis says Spencer's has them done. Oh wow, dude! I haven't been in the mall in like 5 years, dude.
Best than he's ever had, and he's incredible.
But I'm going to get that at.
Really talented, and he's worked.
Appreciate that, DeRay.
So incredibly hard for that. But you're the first one to criticize me and call me names.
Exactly.
I did what you could have done, and I did what you could have done immediately.
Thank you.
I've only been
oh my god
YouTube famous for maybe 6 months, and then I started helping other people. I started signing talent, and I know you've got your network. I know you've got.
Oshay does not have a network, Pearl.
You're very mid set, but
no, his set is trash, Pearl.
If you care so much, why didn't you do it?
Because he does not care, Pearl, and that's the point. It's obviously a rhetorical question, and the rhetorical answer, he just doesn't He doesn't.
And MTR.
And dude, guys, I've said this for years. Dude, 5 years. Dude, I said this 5 years ago. 4 years ago, back in 2019, end of 2018. I told you guys this. Oshay doesn't care about black people, fam. He does not.
What you did to me in the thumbnail was actually wrong. That was so wrong.
That was fucked up.
Stay tuned for posting all the content that MTR do not want us to post because we do not care. And you guys agreed to it, and you can't take back your consent.
No, you cannot.
And also, MTR, I will expect all videos with me in it down within 48 hours because you do not want to associate with my brand.
Oh my god.
And I respect that. It's funny because what they're doing to me is exactly what I was talking about in the clip. they're using an atrocity to try to guilt me and try to control me, tell me who I should have on my platform.
That's right.
Tell me the way I should run my show. Tell me that I am not good to my employees. And that is what these
modern day slave owner
undercover feminists do.
Ooh.
I like having people that disagree. I like having all different forms of opinion, and I will not apologize for having somebody controversial on my podcast.
Goddamn right.
You know, I am more than willing in the future. And I would also like to extend an invitation. If somebody thinks I'm misinformed, DM me. Let's get you on the show. Tell me where I was wrong.
Okay.
Tell me who I should have on the podcast to correct
shit.
myself. But it's one thing when you want to correct me or say something's inaccurate, but it's another thing when you go after my character.
Dude, thank you. Thank you. There it is. Look, man, look, you can criticize me. Dude, you can call me names. You can call me names. You can call my girl names. Look, that's just part of the gig, right? Like that's just part of the price we pay for the lives we live. I'm not complaining about it. But when you put out personal information about people, maliciously make up lies about people, yeah, that's kind of where you have to draw the line, man. That's kind of where you have to draw the line. Now, the silver lining to stuff like this is that, oh, wait a minute, have we walked Chester yet? The silver lining to this, the silver lining to this is that when a hit piece is done about you, right, they are your unpaid marketing team. Dude, I've probably stagnated. I've been subscriber stagnant for probably about a month and a half or so. And it's been my fault. It has nothing to do with me, Danas Wodab, spelled backwards. You guys can deduce what that means. I don't think it has anything to do with that. It's just that the reason why I'm stagnant with subs right now is because I'm not posting as often. I'm just not posting as often. I'm kind of retooling, trying to reload, trying to relaunch the brand. I'm not blaming anybody for that. But I appreciate Ab and Preach for what they did, because if not for that hit piece, I don't know, I'd probably still be stuck at 600. I'd probably still be stuck at 169K. They put 15 grand in my pocket, 5 of which I will use for Jason Black if his fat ass decides to take me up on my offer.
To everyone that thinks that I was wrong for bringing Nick Fuentes
What's
on.
that? Oh, that's part of the video. Oh, dramatic. Oh.
To everyone that thinks
Yes!
I shouldn't be able to have guests.
Oh, this is awesome, dude. So this is the dismount. She's about to dunk on everybody. I love the music.
From the far right or the far left. To everyone that doesn't believe in freedom of speech and bringing on canceled people. I am one of the last remaining platforms that still brings on people that have been kicked off of all platforms, including YouTube. And every day, we fight so hard against cancel culture that we risk our entire platform by having people on. Now, it's crazy because we have CNN, BBC, Piers Morgan. They have the most controversial guests in the entire world on their show. But for some reason on YouTube, you get canceled for having controversial guests on your platform.
I've talked about this before. Stay with me here, guys, because I promise I'm going somewhere with this. There's a book that I highly recommend everybody read. It's called Outliers. It's by Malcolm Gladwell. I read it back in 2013. One of the most eye-opening books I've ever read. It's the story of success. There was one chapter in the book that talked about the power distance index. The power distance index is essentially the distance between those in power and those not in power. So, for example, the power distance index in the United States is very, very close. We criticize our presidents, our politicians. We make jokes about them. We disrespect them, all that stuff. Nothing happens to people because, listen, it's First Amendment right to be able to, freedom of speech. So the power distance index is very, very close. In a country like, say, Cuba or Russia, the power distance index is very, very wide, meaning that the difference in access is very, very wide. You criticize Putin, you fuck around and come up missing. You criticize Fidel Castro, even though he's been dead for, 5-6 years, maybe. Dude, you'll come up missing. Dude, they'll kill your whole family, whatever the case may be. That happens in countries where the power distance index is wide. Now, what does that have to do with YouTube versus TV? Well, on TV, the power distance index is wide, right? Television personalities, television shows are pretty far removed from criticism. You can't go to, you can't go to Survivor and write comments on the TV. Oh, this show sucked. No, they play the comment. Now, of course, they have articles and everything, and they have they have articles and of course YouTube videos talking about the episodes. But Jeff Probst isn't looking. He doesn't like people can criticize Probst, but Probst is probably he's not going to be as privy to criticism because he's Jeff Probst. He's a celebrity, and it's so funny. People say, "Oh, you're just internet famous." Guys, I got news for you. Internet is the new TV, guys. Internet is the new TV. The NFL Sunday Ticket is going to be on YouTube, guys. The NFL Sunday Ticket this year is going to be on YouTube. Right? There are YouTube stars in NBA Celebrity All-Star games, Major League Baseball Celebrity Softball games. Guys, times are a-changin'. The audiences, but I said all that to say this. Audiences think that because they have this kind of access to us, that we respond directly to your super chats, sometimes we respond directly to your comments, they feel this very close power distance index. Now, something about a very narrow power distance index, what that does is that makes people think who have lower power think that they're capable of having higher power, which is absolutely possible. It's a lot easier to come to power in the United States than, say, Cuba, for obvious reasons, the power distance index difference, etc., right? But but consumers of YouTube, people who are in the comments, mainly trolls, they think they think that they can do what we do. They think, well, wait a minute, they're just on YouTube. What's the difference between me and you? Well, the difference between me and you right now is about 2 commas, 3 vehicles. Look, man, I don't want to flex or brag, right? But people think, well, Donovan's a regular guy. Myron Gaines is a regular guy. Pearl is just a regular girl, and she's famous. Well, she's just internet famous, so it doesn't. No, it fucking counts, guys. It counts. YouTube internet content creation has changed the world. It has changed the lives of millions of people. Millions of people. Kevin Samuels changed the lives of millions of people. Fresh and Fit, millions of people. The power distance index for YouTube consumers, they think it's like this. Nah, not really. Not really. There's a pretty big ocean between me and you. Now, fortunately, we live in a country that allows you to close that, but you got to put in the work. And those not willing to put in the work, those are your most ardent detractors. I remember one guy in the comments of one of my Pearl videos says, well, what Pearl did was easy. Like, it's easy to be content creator. I was like, what? What the fuck is easy about this? People who consume YouTube literally have no idea how difficult this is, how challenging this is. Now, again, look, man, don't listen. You don't have to feel sorry for me. Like, I live a good life. I wake up when I want to, I go where I want to, I buy what I want to, I do whatever I want to do. So, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. So please, bring all the slings and arrows. For now, it's more than worth it. It's more than fucking worth it. But the fact of the matter is that people who comment on YouTube, they feel a certain entitlement. And with that entitlement comes a lack of respect for what you do. They think that you are the same as them because they can just open up their phone and see you and comment, and you might actually get a response or a view. You can make a comment about Survivor. Probst isn't going to see that. Probst has bigger fish to fry, like whatever bitch he's fucking in Fiji. Alec Baldwin, he's not privy to the comments and all the hate. He's Alec fucking Baldwin. Tom Cruise, Morgan Freeman, Tom Hanks. You can be as critical of Tom Hanks as you want to. Tom Hanks doesn't see all of that. We do. We do. And that's the difference.
And I'm young, and I still have a lot to learn. And we're not always going to get it right. But here at Just Pearly Things, we believe in freedom of speech.
Atta girl.
Here at Just Pearly Things, we believe in giving a platform to those who have none. And here at Just Pearly Things, we are going to continue to have controversial guests on again and again. And to those of you that don't like it, you can kiss my ass.
Oh, shit! Oh! She said, what?
And to those of you that don't like it, you can kiss my ass.
Well, there you have it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are wondering what Pearl thinks of your criticism of her podcast, there you have it. You can kiss her fucking ass. You can kiss her, dude. You can kiss her white ass. You can kiss her white pasty ass. Good for her. Good for, dude. That was the ultimate. Yeah, Roderick Thomas says that was a mic drop. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. King Life with the $5 super chat says, how does a channel with over 1 million subs look like listening to fence sitters with no talent? A sucker. This is the thing, man. This is the thing. And I think a lot of people need to realize and understand this. And I don't think this is not in, I don't think this is an indictment. I don't think it's, in some cases it could be bad, but this is just human nature. How can I put this? I'll just talk about men here. Most men are not going to do what it takes to be exceptional. They're just not. They're just not. They're not gonna work as hard as they could. They're not gonna work out as much as they could. They're not going to put in. They're not gonna do the research that they could. They're not gonna work on their craft as they could. Little my OCD coming out. Me next to Sterling. Anyway, most men just aren't going to do the work it takes to be exceptional. And that's okay. But when you have, but men like that who don't want to do what it takes to be successful, they mistakenly think when they watch us that it's easy to be successful. Right? And that's why they troll. So when a guy like Oshay Destiny comes along, of course he's going to have a zillion subscribers on YouTube. What he he doesn't endorse self-improvement. He endorses playing video games and just talking shit about men who are kicking life's ass with money and women. Right? Like and guys, again, you have to understand this is the sad state of men. Think about how down bad men are. We are down so badly. We are down so badly as men. We have a man with blue hair who plays video games for a living, who is married to a woman he allows to have sex with other men. He has fans. Are you kidding me? What self-respecting man is going to lift up and exalt a man with blue hair who plays video games who allows... Dude, that's not... that's weak sauce. That's weak sauce. But the men who are not willing to put in the work are going to... Dude, they're going to be far more susceptible... Not susceptible. They're going to be far more likely to go and watch somebody like Destiny or Turd Fling Monkey because they're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Especially TFM. TFM is one of the smartest people I've ever listened to. Right? But he will always have more subscribers and followers than guys like me or Myron or whoever. Well, I can't put myself in that class. At least not yet. But he's always going to have more followers than me. Why? Because he endorses fucking sex dolls and jerk-off toys and, just blow it all up, send the asteroid. Nah, he's like, fuck it. I give up. I give up. Now, in his defense, I can see why he would. I can see why he would absolutely do that. But you're not doing men any favors by doing this. Right? Men like Joker, now that's a fucking G. Men like Joker's like, look, man, I'm out. I'm gonna build me a kick-ass school bus, I'm gonna build me a compound, and I'm gonna call it a day. That's a fucking man right there. That's a man. Dude, Better Bachelor is literally a rich man's turd-flinging monkey. He shows his face. He shows his face. He points out issues with women, and he endorses it like, look, man, if you want to go out there and mess with women, just understand, just be careful. There are risks involved. Whereas, guys like turd-flinging monkeys like, oh, it's just all fucked up and blah blah blah, and it is. But if you want to be successful, you got to put in the work to be able to mitigate some of those risks. Most men are not willing to put in the work, which is why when people come across a content that personally offends them or makes them feel some type of way, they automatically go away from it. Guys like us who say, get your money up. Guys like MLD. Get money, make muscles. Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. Guys, all 4 of those things, not easy to do. But like I said, most men in this country are allergic to doing things that are not easy. And this is why a blue-haired man who makes his money playing video games, who has a wife who has a wife he allows other men to fuck, actually has a following. This is how down bad we are. This is how down bad we are. Dude, 30 years ago, dude, guys like Destiny couldn't exist. Like, wait, what? You're letting other dudes smash your wife? What the fuck is wrong with you? Nah, man. That's how down bad we are. This is why channels like this are important, man. They really, really are. Fantastic show tonight, guys. Looks like we are coming in at just over almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours. Guys, do not forget, virtual tickets for the Conference of Masculine Excellence 2023 are now on sale. They are now on sale. Go to masculineexcellence.com to get your hands on your virtual ticket. And for a limited time, we are going to give you a 20% early bird discount. Right? So get on over to masculineexcellence.com to get your hands on your virtual ticket. Because for a limited time, because listen, man, again, I talked about how I got to try to at least break even. But, I want people to, I need the revenue. So I'll give you a 20% discount. But only for a limited time, guys. Only for a limited time. Yeah, yes, as Devin put in the chat. Absolutely. Fantastic show today, guys. Very, very good show. Very informative. I don't have fatigue of the voice. And the only thing I need to do is I need to get an adapter for my earbuds, because I absolutely hate wearing I don't hate wearing a headset. I don't hate wearing headphones, but because I'm susceptible to migraines. I was told by my online doctor, he says, try not to put, not putting pressure on your head when you do podcasts, et cetera, that will drastically reduce. Now, I certainly don't have a migraine now. I've got these new special glasses that I wear because I look at screens all day. But yeah, so far so good. And I need to get an adapter for my earbuds so I can just have my earbuds on, and so I can, keep my hairline tight. You guys know how that goes. Listen, man, that is going to do it for the 953rd edition of TSR Live. My thanks to all of my members, my patrons, my Sharpe Stream members, and my Super Chatters. I bid you guys farewell. Thank you so much for your continued support over the years. We'll see you next time.